Oh, hello. How is everyone doing out there? Let's get set up with a pop-out window here. Somewhere I should have that tool. Docs, chat. How about that? Let's go from top chat to live chat. Zelf, hey, welcome on in. How are you doing? I thought I would try a little something new here to get the stream set up, like assign a schedule. Gregory, hey, welcome on in. And my streaming software seems to be acting up a little bit and not doing what I would have thought. Doing good. Happy Sunday, indeed. Happy Sunday to y'all as well. Y'all ready for a little DeFi Kingdoms crypto day today? What are y'all doing with DeFi Kingdoms today? You involved in duels or trading stuff around, managing trades or money, liquidity pools, summoning, getting ready for Fight Club? Oh my goodness, Fight Club is coming up. I think we want to talk about that some as well. In fact, we might want to just come over here and look at Fight Club stuff in general. Just do a search for DFK Fight Club. Bogside Chats probably has got the best information on that. Registration is now open for next weekend's Fight Club Lightweight Tournament. Thursday, November the 3rd is when it's starting. We'll touch base on that in a little bit, but let me just move that over to there. We'll talk about that in just a minute as well. Gregory says, I got rugged on a summon. Oh no. Got on a hot streak though, so maybe it just all kind of balances out, right? It's never a good feeling though to feel or to see one of your summons not turn out too well. I definitely know how that goes. Let me check something here real quick. Oh, I guess I can't do it while I'm actually streaming. I wonder if like my stream key is in wrong on OBS software or something like that. Got a schedule, live schedule for today right now. But it seems like it's not really connecting for some reason. Interesting. Sabu, how are you doing today? Gregory says, I wasn't rugged, yeah. But it was pricey summons. Didn't get the paladin. Yeah, that's always rough. We like to joke and call it a rug though, don't we? He was using a legendary and a rare and got an uncommon. Oh man. Yeah, that's not the best. But I mean, it is better than a common, not by much, perhaps. Wait, what? Let me arrange my microphone a little bit better here. Or I'll tell you what, let me get some feedback from y'all. So pay attention to my voice right now and check out the quality of the audio, how it sounds. Does it sound a little hollow, or does it sound deep and full? What are you hearing with that? And then let me do something here real quick, and we're going to try to notice the difference between now and just give me a second here. All right, so now I've got a little bit different position of the microphone, and I have a feeling that this is a little bit fuller of a sound, doesn't quite sound so hollow maybe. What do you think of the voice quality at this point? And let's see, Gregory's saying maybe the DFK audio is a little on the loud side. We can always adjust that. There we go. We'll pull it down a little bit. So Zabu says, nice, yes, better. Okay, so it is better with the microphone in the second position. Sounds better after mic adjustment. Awesome. Very good. Yeah. That is good to know. I thought that was the case, but it's always good to get reconfirmation on that. All right. Very good. Okay. Welcome on in, guys. We got a pet giveaway in 2.5 hours. Let's talk about a few things first before we get into that. First thing is, remember, guys, I am going to be randomly picking a video that we've done in the past over the last like 5 videos. And I'm going to be looking for comments in there. So now, if you haven't done it already, now's a good time to make sure that you've left a comment on all of these, at least the last 5 videos. And what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be spinning or pulling a number 1 through 5. And if it's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, we're going to pick this video and we're going to say, all right, go in here. And then we're just going to see, take all these names. We're going to make sure that people are only entered once. So I know Crypto Grady likes to go in and make multiple comments sometimes, but we're only going to allow 1 name for this particular drawing. But all these names would have, or will be perhaps, going into another raffle to see who's going to get another 2 tickets. And so if you haven't done that yet, you want to make sure to go and put a little comment on a lot of videos for the last couple of days. So I just wanted to remind y'all about that. That's one thing that we want to do. Just look at my videos for the last 5 days, I guess. Something else that I wanted to throw out there for y'all as well is, if y'all are not subscribed to Crypto Casey, this is just one of the people that I like to look at for rounding out my crypto news and economic news and all this kind of stuff. And she's got really good videos, a lot of good stuff. And in this particular one, she's got very well broken down into different sections on how things are going to work. I think you might remember that we were talking about the Fed maybe hiking rates recently or soon. And so she talks about that a little bit. We're not going to listen or watch the video here on this stream, but there's a little section here, US become maybe more resistant in one thing or the other to cryptocurrency in general. But then we've got Fed to aggressively do some rate hikes. Fed seemed to aggressively rate hike to 5%, probably 75 basis points. and some other very interesting news in here as well, including one thing that I'll point out is something like this, where we've got US could default and there could be some issues right there. So if y'all haven't watched her video and you're not subscribed, I would go ahead and say that is a pretty, she's got some pretty good videos. And another, like I said, just another thing that I do to listen or to keep up to date with some of the economic news that I'm looking at. All right. Something else that we would want to take a look at here, Cryptos Are Us with George. And even though he's kind of dropped DFK stuff, I still feel, and I don't really appreciate that so much. I think he abandoned DFK a little too soon, although in his and other people's defense, you know, sometimes in a lot of economic markets, I would rather prefer to be safe than sorry. And so it's very likely that if there was word of negative stuff coming out, I might bail. But of course, DFK is alive and kicking, and we are growing, in fact, quite a bit. So maybe George will come back around a little bit later. But even still, and I guess for that reason, I'm not subscribed to him and I'm not liking videos, just a little bit my own protest there. But I still do watch a couple of his videos every now and then, and certainly when we start seeing things like this for Federal Reserve alternatives of what they could do, he's got some interesting things to say. I really do respect overall a lot of his sentiment in the market, and again, even though I don't put a huge amount of weight in the things that he's doing, I would go ahead and say he's someone that we probably at least want to throw into our bag to listen to. Not that we have to take whatever he says as gospel, but just someone to at least be aware of. And so one of the things that he's looking at here is a chart for inflation outlook, growth outlook, interest rates, quantitative tightening, and some other stuff right here. And we want to see what the Fed could do. Remember, we were talking about that this morning, right? On this morning stream. Some people in chat were saying that we were going to have a 50 basis point hike. Other people in chat, let me zoom in on this just a little bit. Y'all can see it a little bit better. 50% basis point hike, 75 basis point hike, or the Fed could be very hawkish, which is maybe a little bit less likely, but could have a full 100 basis point addition right there. And George has some interesting things to say about that, I think, and some of the different possibilities. Again, something that the Fed could go dovish and only do 50 basis points because of a lot of things to do with the elections coming up, or of course because we really do need to chop off inflation as quick as we can, we might go very hawkish. Anyway, thought I'd point this video out here. If you're not listening or watching that, I'm going to go ahead and paste something in there as well. Mystical Meow says Ripple. Ripple's interesting. What about XRP and Ripple? So I was really heavily invested in Ripple for a long time. I probably put, I don't know, a decent amount of funds in there, let's just say, into XRP many years ago. I had really good feeling about it, even though it went very strongly against what I felt was privatization and getting out of the like, one thing I really like about crypto is the fact that, and especially back 5 years ago, was the fact that it wasn't really tied to any country governments, and it wasn't in the system, you know, as we say, right? And so that's something I really do like about that. I don't want my finances being tied to any government, or where companies, corporations, banks, government, whatever, could block access to people's funds, or cancel them in that kind of way, or lock accounts. Any of that kind of stuff I've always felt is very, very bad. But one of the things I saw about Ripple and XRP a while back was the fact that they were getting very well in bed with a lot of banks globally, right? And they were seeming to be accepted by a lot of banks as well. And so I felt that even though I personally didn't like a cryptocurrency that was doing something with the establishment, right? I still felt that I wanted to put a decent size of my money into XRP at that time, because I was thinking that if anything gets accepted by the mainstream and the masses, it would probably be XRP, right? And I just was in there for the bump, right? And so it was doing a little well for a little while back when I was first putting in. But then, of course, recently, I think most of us in the crypto world know that XRP has been the center and forefront of some lawsuits, and the SEC is looking at that as far as being a security rather than being some other types of coins that we might have out there. And anytime that you're dealing with a security, specifically, the SEC is supposed to have jurisdiction over that. And so they were getting in some very heated legal trouble with the SEC. And so a lot of people bailed. And of course, when a lot of people bailed out of XRP, then it took a big hit, right? And so, Mystical Meows, I bet you're saying XRP because George has mentioned on his streams several times that he does not like to talk about XRP, right? So you're probably making a little joke there. So that's awesome. But I really do feel personally that XRP, even though I've dumped it a couple of years ago now because of the legal issues, and I did not want to be in any part if the SEC is going to come down on XRP and Ripple, it just doesn't make financial sense to get in on that. Besides, of course, a lot of very high-level crypto people don't like the fact that XRP is more tied to the system, right? But for me personally, I don't mind jumping in there and doing something if I can double, triple my money pretty easily. It's interesting now, though, as far as XRP goes, that it looks like they've gotten some information from the SEC that perhaps the SEC might have been going above and beyond some things to put crypto down and to put XRP down as a target, as a very specific target that might allow them to get a foothold across a wider array of cryptocurrencies. But now it's recently been discovered, I've read and seen some things that say that maybe the SEC has done some backhanded things, then the SEC is now maybe in trouble of being seen in a negative light through that. So I would say a very different case, and so now might actually be a good time to put into XRP, right? Because they're down so low. And if we think that they're going to be able to squeeze out of this issue with the SEC, then it could really turn things around for XRP. And Mystical Mal says, don't they have a case now, though? I do think so, right? I do think so. I still haven't gotten into XRP a lot recently, and I think that the main reason for that is because I'm wondering if the SEC or people around in power are going to let that slide, right? And that's my biggest question, though, is are they going to let it slide, or do they want to make an example of Ripple and XRP? And for me personally, it's not worth the risk. And you know what? Let's tie that back into George here and DFK. I believe that if XRP and Ripple can get out of the mess with the SEC, I believe they're going to do really well. I really do, right? So in that aspect, I do believe in XRP and Ripple as being something good that could really bring in a lot of people. They've already made a lot of connections, and if that's the case, I think it's great. But I am bailing on them specifically because it's too risky. And if we want to give a little bit of acknowledgement to George and DeFi when it comes around to DeFi Kingdoms, he could be looking at DeFi Kingdoms in exactly the same way, right? Where he says, oh, there's weird stuff going on. It's better to be safe than sorry. I'm out. Whereas he still might feel good about the project. But I will tell you that when I bailed out of XRP, when the SEC stuff, I just wrote them off. I wrote off XRP myself personally. I said, oh, they're out. They're done. And it wasn't until recently that I started hearing a little bit more about XRP and Ripple and them finally making an inroads with their case, that now they might have a case and it's good. And it might be the same thing for George and DFK, right? As soon as he hears word that DFK is still alive and doing really well, then he might turn around with that as well. But anyway, that's what we're looking at. Sabu says, thought about getting into XRP recently. Regardless of your feelings towards it, we should be rooting for it because a win for XRP is a win for all crypto. And I totally agree with that, right? And again, I felt the same way about XRP 5 years ago, right? I didn't like the fact that they were embedded with the system, but I still felt that that was going to be something very positive for crypto, and I thought that it was going to be make it very easy for the media, the global media, to start talking about cryptocurrency a lot more when they see like MasterCard and Visa were some of the things that were being tied to XRP back then as well. And then banks in almost every country were in talks with XRP and Ripple, I guess Ripple specifically, right? And so, yes, I was getting into it just for that, regardless of the fact that I didn't like them for the getting embedded with the system. And seemed to winning in some people's eyes, or at least the SEC dropping the ball. Yeah, so anytime we can knock the Fed down, and anytime we can, have a win for crypto, I think that's great. Sardo Fritz, hey, what's up? How you doing? Wondering we will have new pools for Serendale 2.0. That's a good question, Sardo. I am not really sure. Very soon, I think probably in November. Let me talk about a little bit more of the news here. So the next part of the news I wanted to drop to y'all is this thing right here that Mellow Green Giant is putting out for the DFK community. Let me drop that into y'all's chat as well. So here, there's been made a suggestion here about getting DFK integrated into the sandbox. And I personally think that that's a great idea. It looks like, or I'm not sure if there's a lot of new feedback to this. It looks like I'm the only person who's had any feedback here. I'm not sure what it takes or if there's a lot of interest, but if y'all are not familiar with Sandbox very, very much, it's a 3D metaverse, right? And we can build our own games. We, the people, can very easily build our own games and make them DFK related or any kind of related at all. And then we can monetize those games as well pretty easily. I would love if DeFi Kingdoms themselves became more of a game platform where third-party developers like ourselves could be creating games directly attached to DFK. But I don't know how far away that is from having a 3D metaverse where people can walk around in, whereas right at this very moment you could get into Sandbox and have a 3D character and walk around with that and start playing games in under 5 minutes, right? Sandbox already has a huge number of users as well, so if DFK were to start creating experiences in Sandbox, we might be able to draw a lot of players from that are already into Sandbox are looking at DFK also. I also know that I have, since I used to stream Sandbox 8 hours a day, that when I was streaming and had all of that audience from Sandbox, that several of those people from Sandbox have continued to watch my streams as I've started to do more with DFK, right? And I'm sure that if we could integrate Sandbox a little bit more, we'd have a lot more people coming in across that bridge as well, right? So that's something. So I dropped the link into chat if y'all want to go and make some suggestions or thumbs up it or whatever, I don't know. But this is something that I would highly encourage that we as a DFK community at least consider for several reasons. One, on the Polygon blockchain. So maybe the next time DFK opens up to a new blockchain, it could be Polygon, which I think a lot of us thought that it was going to be Polygon anyway. Sandbox specifically already has a game platform that we can immediately go in and start creating DFK experiences in there, NFT gaming, crypto gaming, and all that kind of stuff. And we can much more quickly have new games designed for DFK in the Sandbox platform. Now again, I also hope that DFK becomes a platform on its own, but until then, Sandbox is already pretty far ahead in that. Let's talk about something else, or a little bit of other news. I do want to look a little bit more at C-Jewel and the formula, and I want to plug this into a spreadsheet today where we're going to see a little bit more specifically what the difference is going to be between putting in for 3 years, 1 year, 6 months, 1 month, especially since C-Jewel and Jeweler 2.0 is coming up very, very soon. What are we going to be doing? How much are we going to be locking in? And that's going to be very tricky. So we want to take a look at that today. Merch at Bits to Chits. So I'll go ahead and drop a link in here as well. So this is, I think this is put together by Bless and his wife, I guess, Miss Bless. I don't know if she goes by another name here, but a bunch of very interesting merch stuff. I thought I'd at least point that out. This was on Sergeant Filthy McNasty's stream. They did a live stream with Sergeant Filthy McNasty not too long ago, so I thought I'd just throw this out there again in my stream. Good merch if you want to look into that. And then finally, one of the other pieces of news that I really wanted to hit on here is Bogside Chat's new registration for this next weekend's Fight Club. It's a lightweight tournament, right? The meaning that heroes can be no higher than level 4 and your combined team cannot exceed 8 levels. And they go into that a little bit more, but if you want that link and information, let me drop that tweet in here as well, right? So I'm going to go ahead and like this video, and I'm going to put retweet that with a quote as well. Awesome. So happy another one of these is coming so soon. Can't wait to jump in on this community event. And I guess we'll put pound sign DFK, pound sign DeFi Kingdoms. What? DeFi Kingdoms is not trending, guys? What? Why is that? And let's also put NFT gaming. Sweet. All right. Let's see. Starbuck in the house. Awesome. Let me get caught up in chat right here and see what y'all have been saying. Let's see. So, wondering when we're getting new pools in Serendale. So, the relaunch of Serendale is coming soon. We could speculate as far as when that's going to be. I personally think it's going to be the second weekend or the second week of November. And let me rephrase that. It's going to be the second release week of November. So I think y'all know that they are releasing every 2 weeks, with this next week being a release week. I think most of us are 99% confident that the release is not going to be on the normal Wednesday, but instead it's going to be tomorrow on October 31st for Dark Summoning. Seems to be right in line with Halloween. Technically, their release day is on Wednesday, but I think this week they're going to make an exception for Halloween and Dark Summoning. right? 99% sure that we're all in agreement on that. But there is a small, tiny chance, I guess, something could get released on the 2nd. I can't imagine that happening, though. So if this week right here is the release week, normally, then in 2 more weeks, that would be the week of the 16th, right? And my guess is that that's going to be the first release week in November. And then, so the second release week in November would be this here on the 30th. So my guess is we will probably see Cyrodiil 2.0 coming out on November the 30th is my guess. On the week of the 16th, my guess is probably we're getting Jeweler 2.0 and Jewel is my guess on these things. But I think some of y'all might have a little bit better ideas, so I can't wait to scroll down in chat and see what y'all might be saying about that. It's also possible, although I don't have very high hopes for it, but it's possible that we get Dark Summoning on the 31st, and then because their normal release day is on a Wednesday, it's possible that we would get Sea Jeweler on the 2nd, because I think they are so close to Jeweler 2.0 that they might not want to wait until the 16th. And my deep hope is for something like that. My deep hope is that we get Jeweler 2.0 this week also. But several people have brought it to my attention in chat that maybe they only want one big release item per release weekend. And I can understand that. I can still hope. Don't crush my hopes and dreams. All right, let's see. Zabu says, I'm excited, actually hope that it's not too soon because need to rebuild funds from purchases. Yeah, I don't really mind if it's soon or not, even though I have spent some funds. I'd still like to see it at least come out now. I can put into it, and then I can always add more to it, you know, in a week or 2 weeks or next month or something too. But I'd like to, right now, I have got so much crypto. I guess this is not the right account for it. This account over here. I've got 9,000, almost 10,000 Jewel waiting for something to be done. And I'd really want it to do something more effective than just sitting in liquid Jewel, right? So give me something. Sea Jeweler is what I'm really waiting for specifically. Let's see. Sardo says, I'm currently draining my funds into summoning, but I should stop and grow my funds. Exactly. Yeah, I feel the same way, Sardo. I put some money into duels recently. I bought a few heroes specifically for duels. I am needing to summon. I'm about to get ready to dark summon. Funds are flying out the window when I really meant to be saving. You know, when we talk about this jewel that I had here, a week ago, I had 11,000 jewel. And so I've spent 1,000 jewel here just in the last week. Probably just in the last 5 days, actually, on some things. So it has been crazy, and I've been draining those funds. Djokovic says, yeah, and I'm also summoning a lot. Also want to stack for the new pool. I think, you know, before too long, it seems like we're going to have so many options. We're going to have to make some decisions on where that money goes. Let's see, Sardo says, so far, I got only trash, 1 legendary thief, and 2 summons with 2 to 3 advanced abilities. So that's not too bad. I mean, I don't know how many summons you've done. What's the percentage there for legendaries and so on? Lacking ninjas? Yeah. Sabu says, at least you're having some summons. I blew most of my summoning budget on heroes. Yeah, I'm trying to, man, I say I'm trying to cut back on buying heroes so I can summon. And then I go out yesterday or the day before and I buy several heroes specifically for duels. Yeah. Let's see here. Starbuck in the house. Welcome on in, man. What are you doing today, Starbuck? As a community, when we collectively decide to pump something, it's going to be wild. That is absolutely true. I think that when we have Jeweler 2.0 or Clayton blockchain or whatever it is, if we put our minds to it, then I think that would be very interesting. I think also it's going to take a new flood of people that come in for something as well. Really looking forward to a new group of players coming in. Let's see, scored a Gen 2 505 Fishing Ninja. Oh, wow. With active advanced for 150 crystal. See, there you go. For 150 crystal, what's the likelihood of you summoning that Gen 2 505 Fishing Ninja? Right? Sometimes it's better just to go out and buy one rather than you know, risking it and trying 3 times for the right summons, and just go out and buy exactly what you want, right? So that's when people like Starbuck come into play. Starbuck and Mosh and Crypto Grady and all these people that are really taking a lot of time and focus to get those heroes right in line. Like, everything is in line for proper summoning. Like, I would much rather go out and just buy a hero that's already very well summoned, rather than having to juggle and botch up my own summons 3, 4, 5 times. It ultimately is going to be more expensive for me to do my own summons than just to go out and say, hey, Starbuck, when are y'all doing summons again? You know, maybe I can pick one up from y'all for cheap, or even on the market. But at least we know that people like that are putting out a good collection of heroes and very close to top tier, rather than a bunch of floor heroes. Although, yeah, we might have to pay a little bit for it. But as they start doing more and more of those summons, and they're going to want to get rid of those, the price should come down, I think, on a lot of that stuff. Zabu says, I said I was done purchasing but couldn't resist. Agility stoned as well. I promise now. I don't know, Zabu. I wouldn't promise necessarily. You might have to come back and what are you going to say about that a little bit later? Let's see. Sort of says, Clay has been pumping recently. I've seen that, but so has a lot of other cryptos, right? So if we look at Jewel and Crystal, look at how Jewel is pumping here recently. If we go back and look at Bitcoin over the last day here, look at what Bitcoin's been doing. Up from 19,000 up to right up here at 20,900, almost 21,000. So I wouldn't say it's just Clayton. Remember the saying, a rising tide raises all ships. So as the global market in general, and of course, let's also not forget just the stock market, right? So what's the stock market done over the last couple of days? Here we see over the last month, no, let me just recycle this. Over the last month, the stock market has been rising ever since what, October the 12th? We've seen a nice steady rise in the stock market. If we take a look at gold market, gold over the last week has been rising. So let's not forget and that it's not specifically Clayton, right? It's not specifically Clayton. All these markets are trending up right now. So what happens when the market crashes? All of them can go down just as well, right? So be careful about that and compare whatever you're looking at with other tokens in the same market there, right? Oh, let's see. Djokovic says, Rock, did you hit your 20% Jewel pump target? Oh, 20% Jewel target. No, I am not sure about that. I haven't really looked, but that does remind me that I did want to look at Sand token to see if it's going to get down to 70 cents. I was saying I was going to buy, and it looks like it's spiked up a little bit, but look at this. It did get all the way down to about 70 cents. And I said I was going to buy right then. I did put something in, but I didn't put in another $1,000 like I wanted to right then. But that would have been a really good buy. And I was saying it on stream quite a bit. 70 cents is my target. And it was in the middle of a stream when we were looking at this, and I didn't end up getting in there. So, but if we're looking at Jewel prices and Crystal comparatively, then one of the things that we want to keep track of, let's inverse this pair right here, is we are noticing that Jewel is really pumped up right now compared to Crystal. And if we invert that to look at Crystal prices compared to Jewel, look at this. Crystal prices are plummeting right now compared to Jewel. It's important that we look at the comparison of these two. If we just take Crystal and USD, we see Crystal going up in value, right? Both Crystal and Jewel going up in value. And so we might say, oh, they're both going up. But when you actually compare Crystal with Jewel, Crystal has taken a nosedive. So to me, this says a lot of people are getting out of Crystal into Jewel. They're waiting, they're anticipating that Jeweler 2.0 coming real soon, and they're dumping their Crystal for Jewel instead. All right? So that is something also to be looking out for. Your value of Crystal has dropped quite significantly compared to Jewel in the last couple of days. In fact, just the last 2 or 3 days. Not very long at all. Let's see. Jewel is almost 22 cents now. Yeah, if we take a look at that, convert that pair back to Jewel here, look at it in value of USD. I've drawn a couple of lines here so over the last few days and see that Jewel was going up a little bit. So Jewel for a while was fairly flat, right? And we were actually coming down a little bit, perhaps, in the end of September, beginning of October. And then Jewel kind of flattened out right here, starting around the 13th, 12th, 13th of October. And then right around here, the 21st of October, we started to see a climb. 25th of October, a steeper climb. And now probably even a steeper climb than that. So we're seeing a very interesting trend as Jewel continues to accelerate in its climb. Let's see. About not buying, but I'm really ready to try. Yeah, I figured if a really good deal came into play, Zabu, you'd probably still want to hit that, right? So definitely we want to be open to really good deals and not be totally closed off to things. But I knew you were just joking. Yeah. Or figured you were. I couldn't imagine that you would not... hang on a second here. I'm rolling my chair over a table. There we go. All right. I figured you probably wouldn't pass up an amazing hero if one did come onto the market. All right. Guess what, guys? We have got a giveaway to do here. Anybody still lurking back in chat? We're going to do a little giveaway here for anybody that's still lurking out there. Cool deals. Nobel is in the house. Sabu. Sardo Fritz. Lucas. Hello, Lucas. How are you doing? Starbuck is still here. Nice. Glad to have you lurking with us, Starbuck. Romario Raven in the house. Very cool. All right. Who else do we have in there in the background? Jokamach. Very good. Nice to see you in here as well. I need a special alert signal, an audio alert like we have on Twitch to be able to ring Star Wars Cantina stuff, right? All right. Lots of nice people lurking out there, just chilling, listening to the stream in the background. Collect some names here and drop y'all into a name of wheels. Name of wheels? How about wheel of names? All right, let's do a Control V and paste y'all in here. We have got Jokamich, we got Nobel, we got Lucas, we've got Mystical Meows, Romario, Sardo, Fritz, Starbuck, and Zabu. You've got just moments to get your name on that list if you are lurking. Race out of the kitchen, leap over that living room furniture, type in at least the word hi into chat, just get something in there. Coffee, coffee, coffee. All right. Time is up. That is it. Oops. Maybe. There we go. Gonna collect all these names, and everyone is locked in at this point. Paste, 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 I guess is enough. We're gonna do a rollover +2 and a rollover +4. That's all we're gonna do for this. So if we land on the rollovers, y'all know the drill. It's just gonna get, the ticket is gonna get rolled over into next drawing here. Let's see who wins this one here at the 3:30 drawing. Good luck, everybody. Good luck on Mythic Vibes. Woohoo! Nobel. Look at that. Nobel. Very nice, sir. I think you won this morning too, didn't you? Let's pull up that little chart right here. Nobel, I've got you as having 3 tickets now on my list, and then of course plus whatever tickets you've got in your own wallet, right? And we're not going to send these off today until after stream, but we are going to have that pet giveaway in 2 more hours, folks. 2 more hours, and then we do the pet giveaway. Y'all have got to be here on stream to take part in that. So make sure that y'all are here in about 2 hours or so for the pet giveaway. We're going to see who wins the pet. We're going to let that person who wins select if they want a gray or blue egg. Then we're going to hatch that egg. I've already got them ready to go. We take a look at the hatchery. A blue pet egg and a gray pet egg will be ready in about an hour and a half. All right. And then at 5:30 my time, which is a little bit after this, closer to about 2 hours, then we should be good to go. We'll hatch that pet and give it away this stream. It will require these tickets. This is what we were playing for right now. This is what we're spinning for, the 808 reward tickets. I think most of y'all know that by now. NFTs that we can hand out to you. You can hold on to these tickets if you want to participate in a different raffle at a different time. Otherwise, the pet giveaway is coming up in 2 hours for that. Let's see. Zelf says, oh man, I'm on a delay. Need to speed up 1 minute. Oh man, yeah, speed things up. That is an advantage of being on the YouTube stream, is that you can play double speed up until you are caught up. See, Mystical Meow says, do you know the difference between blue and gray eggs? Not sure if you mentioned it before. Yeah, so that's a really good question. What is the difference between the blue and the gray eggs? Especially since one of y'all is going to be winning, and you might want to know what you're getting, right? So blue eggs, so this is the Profession Quest loot chart. And if y'all don't know what this is or where I'm getting this, because there are some new people out there, let me just drop into chat a link for the dfkexpert.com infographics, which is what I'm looking at right here. There's a bunch of infographics on all kinds of DFK things. It's really amazing site. Stronghold has kind of put this together for the DFK community. And I really use this, I would say, on a daily basis as far as just looking at information and referring back to it. But Stronghold has put this together for us, DFK Expert. And you can see here that when you send people fishing or when you send people foraging, you're going to end up with either a blue pet egg, and you've got like a 0.01% chance to get a blue egg for fishing, and you've got a 0.01% chance to get a gray egg for foraging. Green and yellow eggs come from gardening and mining, right? So you know what color you're going to get there, right? So just the first step in blue and gray eggs is you can see that blue eggs are more related to fishing, gray eggs are more related to foraging, and so on. That's the first thing I want to point out. And if you want a specific colored egg more often, you can get them just by sending more fishers, more foragers out to those profession quests, right? Okay, the next thing that we want to take a look at here is maybe there's not a graphic for this. odd pet variant. So here we got blue eggs and gray eggs. So the different eggs are going to hatch some different types of pets, perhaps, and there can be some variations. So these are odd variations that are a lot more expensive than normal. So if you have a blue goose or golden goose, a bloater right here, that are these specific colors, then you have a, not a high chance. It does mean that you've got a very rare type of item here. So as an example, we see somewhere in one of these things should be, I think there's a basilisk in here, or am I not remembering that properly? It doesn't look like one. I don't see a basilisk in here. So there are other gooses that are out there, but you were specifically looking for a blue or a golden goose right here to be the special odd variants, which can be very expensive. So it's not just a goose or any goose. It's not just any golden, or I should say it's not just any wolf pup. It's got to be these specific ones. And so these type of pets are going to come out of these various eggs. And so if we look around at the pets a little bit more, and if we take a look at our, come over here in our heroes, and you could do this too. You could go open up your heroes, look at my pets, and then from there you can take a look at the pet catalog. You can see a bunch of different pets in here and take a look at what some of them are. So here is a basilisk, a Togwa kid, penguin. And notice that here we've got different types of penguins. Here we've got like a purple penguin or a blue penguin, and they have different backgrounds that we might want to be looking at as well. So the colors of some of these things could be important for rarity. Notice here we've got kind of a gray, one of these oxalotes. But if we come over here, then we're looking for a silly one that has this particular look, or a poisoned one which has this specific look to be rare. And so Mystical Meows is also saying, so what do these things do, right? What's the difference? So we'll have different pets for the different eggs, and then the different pets are going to have different abilities. So ones that come out of the fishing are going to generally have bonuses for fishing bonuses. Whereas we see here, we have a little Hechu, and if we look over here, do we have a Hechu in here at all? I don't necessarily see one. Let's see. We've also got, if I scroll down a little bit more, oh, here's a boar, right? So if we take a look at a boar over here as well, so we can see there's a violet hogling. There is a crystal tusk boar, gold tusk boar coming out of the gray eggs for foraging. And so we can see that the foraging pets have foraging bonuses. So what that means is it means that those pets will come out or be able to provide bonuses for your foraging and your fishing and allow you to get more rewards just by carrying along or attaching a pet with those. That's coming up a bit later. We don't have the ability to attach those pets quite yet, but that is coming. And the higher the star rating, the better it's going to be for those bonuses. Some bonuses might give 2-star fishing, 2-star combat rewards, and so you can see that from there. You can flip the card over and see a little bit more about what the bonuses are. And if we come and take a look at pets for sale, as an example, apply pets for sale and look at sorting based on price, descending in price. So some of these are high-level pets right here. A shiny card, Leviathan right here, Mythic with this purple card, and the fact that we've got 3 sets of 3 mean that we've got Mythic fishing bonus, Mythic woodworking bonus, Mythic combat bonus. So a very good pet to have, not only for combat, not only for your profession of fishing, but also for maybe some other skills as well. So yeah, and so the different pets will have different abilities, and that's what you're going to be looking for, right? Now let's see here. Sabu says, one thing I hear are less mythic odd variants for grays is something that come to my gambling mind. Yeah, it's possible, and I would say that some players that are very into the statistics of things would probably have that type of thing already planned out. And again, just with what I've seen from streams from Starbuck and Mosh and Beeve and Crypto Grady, those type of people right there are oftentimes, I think, really getting into a lot of the nitty gritty nuts and bolts of that kind of thing. They would probably have charts or a spreadsheet that goes in and talking a little bit more about what the odds are, or even people like Stronghold, or maybe some other people in DFK general chat might have some stuff in there too. Mystical Meow says blue egg is a better choice. You think, Zabu? Question mark. I think my thought on that, Mystical Meows, is just I think it depends on what you're looking for. I don't necessarily think that blue is better than gray or green or yellow. It more depends on what do you care about as far as the advantages that the pet gives, right? So when we flip this kind of stuff over, are you trying to do fishing? Well, then you would certainly want to have a fishing pet. Are you trying to do foraging? Then you might want to have a pet that has higher bonuses in foraging, right? If you are going to be doing combat, you'd want pets that have higher combat skills and maybe not, rather than a pet that doesn't deal with combat. And both gray and blue pets have different types of things. And I think what we're going to want is we're going to want some of both, right? You're going to want some green eggs, some yellow eggs, some gray eggs, some blue eggs, and you're going to want pets from all of those things to kind of have a rounded set, right? It'll be more of mixing and matching. So Zabu says, took a while, and just recently Black Highlands Whelp was hatched. Oh, wow. Very cool. You had chewing a lot? Must be allergies? Oh, chewing. Yes, nice. Must be allergies. Zabu says, yeah, more personal assessment is needed. I have enough blues and I want more grays for my foragers. Yeah, so I think that's it too. If you do have a lot of one color, you probably want a good rounded amount. If you've got a lot of miners, you might want heroes that are going to be more specialized for mining or gardening. All that kind of good stuff, right? Yeah, that's a really good question. Okay, what time is it now? It's about 4 o'clock. We've got an hour and a half to our pet giveaway. Let's do a few things here. I just did a couple of duels before lunch. That was kind of nice to knock a few more of those out. One thing that I would like to do here is check out the, what am I looking for? The castle, and spending some of our raffle tickets, right? So here we've got about 8,000 raffle tickets that we need to do something with. And how many of y'all, when you do the raffles, how many of y'all get into oh, this is period number 22. Interesting. How many of y'all get into doing the raffles for the gold pot? Is it really 151 tickets right now out there? Should we put in 100 tickets for that? I'm sure it'll fill up. It's got 23 hours to go, so I'm sure it's going to fill up over the next 23 hours. And our little tickets are not going to be quite as good or big. Let's see here. So I need to refresh this page. Dual raffles, raffle entries. Oops. Let's mute this page. There we go. All right, dual raffles. Raffle entries. 100. How many of y'all are noticing a lot of failures here for MetaMask? Let's see, I failed again. Let's see here. Romario Raven says there will be green and gold hatching too. Yes, indeed. Soon we will have green and gold eggs. That is going to be nice. Or I should say green and yellow, and then also gold will be something else. And everybody wonders what the gold is going to do. That is a mystery for sure. I wonder what the gold eggs hatch. Yep. And let's see. I have never won any raffles. So that is rough. Let me try to get in here a little bit. So we've got a gold prize. Looks like there's already 100 or 1100 in here for this. So already we're down to gold per ticket is 4. Oh man. And we still got 23 hours to go. Maybe it's not a good idea to get into that. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at current raffles. So with current raffles right here, I put in a few tickets here and there. Maybe we'll put in 100 raffle tickets for this. If I can actually squeeze it in. I'm still getting failures on the blockchain. Tell you what, let me X out of this whole thing. Let's actually disconnect even. Disconnect. And then reconnect. And refresh the page. I mean, what else do we need to do here to get this thing to work? Most of the things with DeFi Kingdoms do not have problems, but these raffle tickets and the duels seem to have a decent amount of issues. All right. So we've entered that raffle, maybe. Let's go ahead and enter this one with a couple tickets. Because I could use some crystals here. And this one we're not going to enter. We're not going to enter that one. I could put another 100 towards that. We got 3 more hours for that one to complete. It'd be nice to have 20 stamina potions. But with 200 raffle tickets, I've only got a 1% chance. So, yeah, it's not like you're going to win a whole lot. Mr. Meow says, you win raffles through duels. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Let's see here. Come back and catch up. Lucas says, never won any raffles. Yeah, they're difficult to win. If we look back at previous raffles right here, you can see the wallet addresses of the people who have won. And it looks like I did not win that one. I didn't win that one. Didn't win that one right there. Didn't win that one. Did not win those. Did not win any of those. Didn't win those. Well, this one, though, is one of mine. So I did win that. And that's it. So with all of the raffle stuff that I've been doing, I only have won this one, at least within a recent check. Yep, not a lot of good opportunities there. It's difficult. Crypto Monete, welcome on in. How are you doing today? We are doing raffle stuff. We're trying to put some of our tickets into different things. One thing that I'll say about the raffle tickets also, and I'm not necessarily sure that anybody would want to be doing something specifically, but you know that these mini raffles recycle every 20 minutes. So we know that this one's going to be going for 12 more minutes. There's also a maximum number of tickets that can be put into the raffle. And that maximum number of tickets gets reduced every few seconds. So it starts off to be something close to around 400 or 500 tickets maybe, for the minis specifically. Notice that for the higher level raffles like these large, here's a medium one, you could win one of each of the eggs if you put into here, right? And if we were to look at that on a, if you're saying, hey, maybe I want to get into these raffles, maybe I want to put into this egg stuff, then of course first we have to see, well, how many raffle tickets do you have? I've got 182 raffle tickets in here, which is giving me 5% chance to win this. It's 21 hours to go, and we could sell another 25,000 raffle tickets. So that's quite a bit. So then you have to decide how much is 4 eggs worth. And so you might want to go to the marketplace. You might want to look and see what all those eggs are going to be worth to see if it's going to be worth it. Let me check something here. So if we're talking specifically about eggs, and also how many winners, it's going to be something else. The number of winners and the prize pool is something that you might want to take a look at. So if we had 1 egg each, that could be somewhat valuable. But of course, if you're spending raffle tickets, you're spending crystal tokens every time that you're playing those duels. So, how much would you want to put to that? Do we want to put maybe 1,000 raffle tickets as an example in there? I mean, we can throw 1,000 in there. Boost our chances up a little bit there. However, we have to keep in mind this is still going for another 21 hours, and 25,000 more tickets could be sold. So even though we put 1,000 in, and even though right at this moment, oh wow, we've got a 25% chance of winning, you've got to think that over the next 21 hours, 24 times as many raffle tickets could go into the pool. And of course, this number is reducing over time. But it is very likely that if 24 times as many raffle tickets could be, that could really push my 25% chance of winning down quite a bit. So, was that worth it? I don't know. Raffle tickets, I think generally, if you want to assign a value to it without the, if you had 100% win rate in your duels, then raffle tickets would probably be about 160 raffle tickets is 1 crystal, right? So is it worth it or not? But you're not winning every single duel that you do. And so actually, if you won 50% of your duels, which seems to be a little bit more like it, I'd probably win 50% of my duels, then those raffle tickets is probably 320 raffle tickets is probably closer to that same amount then, right? And what else do we have for the large egg? So here's one where you've got 5 eggs each. That's a little bit nice of a deal also. You see I've got a little bit more in there, but also I've got only 2% of that pool. We still got 2 days and 20 hours to go. This one also has some good stuff in there as well. 79,000 more raffle tickets could go in there, though. Let's see. Romario says you should try to put minis when they start and buy enough to get close to 100%. And that's what I was going to point out as well, is if you can get in there near the beginning of it and you can buy a decent amount for those minis, then you're looking pretty good. But then they reset every 20 minutes. So there's other chances, maybe different times of the day. I guess if you really wanted to get into it, one of the things that you could do, if you wanted to geek out about that, is you could try to see what times of the day people are more active in here. And then maybe you could find a time of the day when people were less active. Hey Mookie, how are you doing today? Glad to see you in here, hanging out with us. Let's see. Zelf says, me think you need to win 5 in a row for their system to let you into the raffles. Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad that we don't have to win 5 in a row, because that would really make it very difficult for other people to get in there, right? Mario says the amount of tickets is important. You don't need to win duels in a row to enter. You can just have one ticket and be a winner. That is true, right? It is a raffle. And so even if you just had one ticket in there, it's possible for you to win. It's just that your odds are going to be really low, right? And I'm not necessarily sure that... so here, this looks like this raffle is closed off. Now look, so let's take a look at this if we're talking about raffles a little bit. So these mini raffles only have, or I guess all raffles, only have a certain maximum that you can put in, right? And now that the max has been met, no one else can add any more. So it's kind of locked in between all the tickets that are already put in. Total entries is 271. I have 131 of those. So it looks like someone else, or not, I shouldn't say another person, but all the other raffle tickets put in probably totaled about 140, right? So I've got a 48% chance to win this one right here and get 2 of these lesser fortitude crystals that we have right here, right? This one right here has also been maxed out, and this one right here has 72 left. So we can watch this one go down. I've only put 34 into here. There's 125 total. I've got a 27% chance to win, but now it's down to 69, 68, 67. So if someone else wanted to jump in here, they could only put that much in at max, and it goes down every few seconds, right? Whether or not people are putting in that amount or not. Then at some point pretty soon, in 4 more minutes, no matter if the max has been met or not, by that time the raffle will have ended, and then we will draw for a new winner. So we'll see if I win any of these, right? We'll see how I win these, or if I don't. Let's see. Zabu says, I'm so torn when speculating on gold eggs. How are they expected to be generalist and can equip any profession? I see triple mythic gold, the most valuable type. On the other hand, they can just be purchased. So, Zabu, have you heard for sure that gold eggs are going to be like a generalist that you can equip on any profession? I'm not sure I've heard that. Is that just someone speculating? Or is that alpha from the dev team? And Zelf, of course, pointing out that only making a small joke about me specifically getting into duels, right? Saying that I personally have to win 5 in a row to be allowed in here. I don't know. Let's see. Lucas says it did it 2 times. It didn't win a prize. Don't know what happened. So if you didn't win a prize, remember, even it depends on how many tickets you put in, Lucas, right? So do you know how many tickets you put in? Did you put it into a mini? Did you put it into one of the large pools? Because here I'm putting in 34 tickets and I still only have a 27% chance of winning, which means, you know, like a 60% chance of losing, or a little bit more, 63% chance of losing, right? So that's not necessarily the best thing. All right, looks like we've got only 39 tickets left for this one. I've only put 12 in there myself. I've only got a 9% chance to win that, 27% chance to win that one, 42% chance to win that one, 48% chance to win that one. So hopefully we'll see that I win something and y'all can see how that works. There is maybe a little bit of a strategy to putting in some of these. Again, maybe at a time when somebody's not putting in very much. Maybe doing it like Romario says at the beginning and flooding these minis with a bunch of tickets. Like right now I've got 6,800 saved up. I could easily flood this whole thing, like in about 6 more minutes or 8 more minutes. This mini will refresh and there'll be a new pool here. Every mini is about 20 minutes long, and then I think there's about a 5-minute wait or something like that between contests. So in about 25 minutes, you should be able to get in another one. 25 more minutes, you should be able to get in another one. There is a Medium article that states best time to enter raffles for best chances. I think it's like 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. like U.S. Eastern time, perhaps? Is that what you're saying? I think it was Ayn Ghazi, the author. Yeah, so Ayn Ghazi definitely has some really good content out there as far as analyzing numbers and stuff. Love how they always, how there's always a community nerd that geeks out. Yeah, I'm really thankful for that as well, because there are games sometimes when I can really geek out on something, but other times when I'm much more interested in just being along for the ride. Sabu says, Rock, we need to find source, but it's generally thought to be confirmed. I think even our community PetSpert Blue says so. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, very interesting. It would be good if it was a generalist. But so one of the things that I could see as being generalist, though, is something like being able to heal 1 point of health every 10 minutes or something like that, right? That would be an example of me thinking about generalist. Is, hey, attach this pet and you can heal 1 point of health every 10 minutes or whatever it is. Or you can boost up your health by 10%. Right? Or maybe you would have access to a certain area on the map by holding a specific gold pet. That kind of thing. Anthony says, Sabu, makes sense because I win more in both duels and raffles when Americans are sleeping. Yeah. So that might be another really good time to get in. Of course, I'm asleep at that time, so absolutely. Anyone knows how RNG works with eggs? Darrow Evil says, RNG with eggs. What do you mean? I know that RNG, of course, is the random numbers, but what do you mean as far as how it works? Like, what type of pets come out, or the percentages of mythics and all that kind of stuff? That's probably what you're talking about. Like percentages of mythics and how the stars work. The mythic possibilities on pets. There's probably somebody here. I know that if Starbuck is still in chat, could probably chime in on the percentages. There might be a Medium post about it as well. definitely am not the person to be asking about percentages for pet hatching rarities. All right, so here we can see these raffles have ended. So the time is up on those, raffles have ended, and along with that, we have got a certain percentage of chances for winning some of these things. So we'll just hang out here a little bit longer. We've got 2 more hours for this one. And then it resets. So notice here, the current raffles just reset right now. And so we could get in, and notice right here, it's like 381 raffle tickets to beat in there. So if I scroll down through here and I looked at something, see if I wanted any of these, and then maybe for this one, put in, 200, let's say, on that. Then I've scooped up more than 50% of the tickets right there, and it looks pretty good as far as that goes. We could also maybe do an extra 100 if we just wanted to like lock it in even more so, right? And you'll notice that it's dropped down to 167 from the 380. And then now when I put in 100 more, we should see here that it should drop down again a little bit more after that, right? Yeah. So now we got 299 in, and there's only 61 more tickets that somebody else could take, or other people could take, right? So right at this very moment, I have a 100% chance of winning this raffle right here. Probably because it just started. Nobody else is going to be able to get in. But it cost me 300 raffle tickets to be able to do this. I would not recommend doing this on a regular basis. I'm just kind of doing this as an example to show y'all of how you could kind of lock it in. But then what it comes down to is how much are those raffle tickets worth? How much did it take you? How much did you have to spend to get 300 raffle tickets right there, right? Anthony says, that's you, Rock, that cannot buy more than 50 tickets. You mean other people can buy more? Are you sure? I don't know that for a fact. I mean, maybe that's true. Maybe I'm only allowed to buy so many more, but I don't think that's true. So Anthony says, watch. Are you going to go in and buy a lot more yourself? Refresh. And we can refresh. Am I going to learn something new here? I always love learning new things. Current raffles. Ah, interesting. Interesting. So Anthony, thank you for showing me that. So what that means indeed is that other people can put some in there, and I was under the impression this whole time that that was the maximum that anyone else could be putting in. Very interesting. Sorry about that, Anthony. Just I didn't I don't know if it was really worth it, but I like doing this kind of thing for the stream, right? So that's definitely a very good learning, definitely a very good thing to learn. Absolutely. Learn something new every day. That is right. Which means, see, I thought I was kind of locking it in a little bit more, but if that's not true, then that's a little interesting. Mr. Meow says, I learn from my students all the time. Yeah. Very interesting. All right. Good to know. Anthony says, Rock, what rank are you in the duels? So I've just started dueling. As you can tell by me not even knowing too much about the raffle tickets there. But we can go back to the tavern and we can see what I'm looking like in here. I just started not too long ago. So it looks like for solos, I'm rank 2. For squad, I'm rank 1. And for war, I'm probably rank 3. Yeah. So I've been doing a little bit more of the 9 versus 9 recently. But I'm still pretty new to it all. Rank 2 solo, rank 1 squad, rank 3 war. But I think yesterday I ended up doing about 12 or so wars at 10 crystal. And so that's where a lot of the raffle tickets came from, doing 10 wars, 9v9s at 10 crystal each. Let's see here. Mario says I'm buying 370 and winning every time. That's nice. That would be good. Let's see here. Basically, best to hatch option. So basically, best hatch option for Mythics. I recorded some content on a video, not exactly for those numbers, not confident in my production quality. Maybe I'll drop soon. Interesting. Yeah, it would be nice to know about those. Oh, well, hold on a second. We do know a little bit about random numbers and rarity on pets, right? What am I... If we come over here to the hatchery and look at incubate in here and take a look at eggs. Oh, I guess I can't do it unless I have an egg ready. That's too bad. Let's see. I guess we can go and buy a gold egg, right? We go to the vendor and we look at gold eggs. 84,000. That's way more gold than I have. That's crazy. I'm curious here. What about the price value of DFK gold eggs? Gold egg compared to crystal. Wow, DFK gold eggs are like $9. What have they been doing recently? They were down a little bit lower. They seem to be at the high end right now. Maybe we can wait until they drop back down. It'd be interesting to get a gold egg, I suppose, at least have one. But it seems like now is maybe not the time to buy. Although, I mean, maybe it is. We seem to be having a bit of a upward trend right now. Right? Something like that. Let's see if we can get something closer down here to 750 a little bit later. Hey, guess what time it is, folks? It is 4:30. That is time to do another wheel spin. Are y'all ready? If you're within the sound of my voice, come on, say hello in chat. Come out of lurk mode for at least one sentence or one word or one letter. You could even do something like a X marks the spot. I'm here. Whatever you need to do to get out of lurk mode. We're about to do our wheel spin here. Anthony says, I spent 10 crystal each time when season 1 came with suboptimal team. Mystical Meows is interested in that video, by the way, so it'll be nice to know. Yeah, absolutely. Share that with the community. We got everybody coming out of lurk mode now. Wow, this is nice to see so many people here and hanging out with us. Sabu says, well, I'd love to do videos on this account, just need to build confidence. It's pretty much done, hatched. You know, Zabu, I would say just put it out there. I think the DFK community is very open, excited for new people. I think we're all very supportive. All right, Sir Mir, Mookie in the house, Freak, Nobel, Sardo, Crypto Monete. Lots of people in lurk mode. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and collect these names. Pull this over to the wheel and drop these in here. Last chance to get your name into chat if it's not on this list. All right, we're locking it in right there. Locked in names, paste, paste, paste. Let's do a couple of adds to some rollovers. Rollover +2. Oops, no, only rollover +1 this time. And another rollover +2. And we'll add one rollover +4 right in there. Gary, hello. Just barely missed out on getting in the wheel of names this time. But glad to have you here, Gary. Welcome on in. How did you hear about the stream? Let's go ahead and spin this wheel. Good luck, fam. Hope everyone does very well. We'll see who wins this thing. Remember, the pet is going to be given away next hour, in 1 hour from now. Good luck. Let's get the roll, or drum roll, please. The winner is, oh, Romario Raven. Congratulations. Woo. Mario Raven, how are you doing? Congratulations. Let's let me move over to my little spreadsheet where I'm keeping track of this. Romario Raven, I've got you down with 2 tickets on my little chart. So we're gonna set you up to 3 now. You had 2, you won, so now you've got 3 tickets. And again, we're going to spin one more time in an hour from now for more ticket chances. And then immediately after the spin in 1 hour for more tickets, we're going to allow y'all to put your tickets to work that you've been earning all week long into a raffle here where you can try your chances at winning that pet. More tickets you have, the more chances you have to win. In fact, I think it's going to be something like 1 raffle ticket for, or 1 entry ticket for the pet for every 2 rewards tickets that you've got. 2 rewards tickets will be 1 entry on the wheel spin. I think that's what we're going to do. All right, so congratulations. I know some of y'all have been collecting these tickets in your wallets for a little while now, so some of you might have a few more than others. Let's see here. All right. Woohoo! Everybody came in for that. Nice to see. So let's go back to the castle here real quick and into the dual raffle and into the raffle entries and the previous winners. Did we win in those previous things here? Look at that. I did not win. I did not win again. It looks like this 07C9 is winning a lot. They won that one. They won that one. I won this one, which is one that I didn't care to win. All right. Somebody else won this here, and that's all that we got. So, all right. So I didn't win any of those except for this one finesse. right there. If we look back at the current raffles, we can see that we've got, this time, we've got here, this Mite Stone, 2 Mite Stones. Looks like I've got a 47% chance to win that one. 1% chance to win some of these stamina potions here. Some freak is given our wallet command to see what the Polygon wallet address is. If y'all wanted to recognize what that was going to be for the giveaway. We'll talk about that a little bit more next hour. All right, so there's our tickets. We've got 6,000 tickets here in our collection. Where do we want to put those to? I'm really eyeing very closely these eggs right here. The five different eggs, 1 of each color, or I should say 5 of each color. There's going to be 4 winners of that. I've only got a 2% chance right here with 3,700 raffle tickets in there. That's going to be rough. A total of 173,000 raffle entries so far. Wow. And then here, I don't have a big need myself for these greater crystals, greater might, greater finesse, and so on. But I think that would be very interesting to win, to sell those off. So I put a bit in there, but look at how many other people are really looking at that. 653,000 entries for that. So that's a big prize right there. A lot of people tossing into this. We can still have 2 more days and 19 hours on that. Wonder how much it's going to get up to over that period of time. Clearing airdrops before raffles will help you see exactly what you won. That is absolutely true. So the one thing that I was doing, a couple of things that I was doing for those of y'all that are curious. If you do want to see what you are winning, you can always go. So like, who was it? Anthony? No, it couldn't have been you. I think it was got to be somebody else. Lucas. So Lucas, if you really wanted to see what you were winning, we got nice little spammer here that we need to get rid of. Let's see if I can get rid of them real quick. Let's see, channels, my channel. Oh, Romario, or not Romario, Nobel's coming in and clearing that up. Thanks, Nobel. You seem to be a lot faster at that than I do. I can't click their names from my little window here. My little dots don't seem to do anything. So I've got to go find the other screen and do all kinds of stuff there. And also, Nobel's reminding us, don't forget to like the video on YouTube. YouTube loves the algorithm with the likes and all that kind of stuff, so always appreciate that. But as Lucas was asking or commenting a little while ago, wasn't sure what happened to it, not sure if you won. You know, you can always go to the DeBank, put in your wallet address there, and you should be able to go back and see if you win anything, right? So it would show up in your sends. So if you win gold or if you win something here, of course that's just golden tiers. Let's see. I have not won a lot with my raffles. But the blockchain, you can always go back and look and see how people do it. Oh, I bought some hunk not too long ago. All right. Besides that, they're also suggesting that you can come and claim your airdrop stuff. So I have won a bit over time, right? Some of those things. I think the one of the things that I was doing the other day was I was just making a note of what I was winning and then comparing it to what I had won. Just making a note of that. It's a lot. It's a whole lot for me to claim. Tell you what, though, I do have a question about claiming the airdrops. Is it true that if you don't claim airdrops here within 7 days, you lose them? Has anyone like tested that, or do we have confirmation on that? I don't want to scare anybody if they're not claiming their airdrops, but there's something in the back of my mind that I seem to have read something about claiming airdrops within a certain amount of time or they go away. Maybe I'm thinking about something totally different, and it's not with these airdrops at all right here. Sorry, I'm working the grill. Yeah, no worries, Abu. That's another reason why it's good to have a couple of different moderators here in chat, is that if one of y'all isn't here or busy, then the other one can generally get to it pretty quickly and easily. And Romario's reminding me, when I claim, that is true, I guess. When I claim, I'll see those in. So if we have a mic crystal and we claim, that's when we'll actually see it in the bank. That is absolutely correct. Oops, that failed. See if I can do another one. That also failed. Oh man, I am really agitated at all of the aspects of duels and how oftentimes it seems to fail on transactions. I wonder if it's just my computer doing weird stuff in general. Let's refresh this a couple of times. Claim, claim, and confirm. Yep, failed again. Oh man, all right, so not a fun thing. Daredevil says, are you running a bot on this account? I am, but you can see even after refreshing, there finally it went through. Even after refreshing and everything, I mean, I'm not fighting with a bot that much. The bot is not doing a billion things. Like, it's not doing that much. So even though it is true, some stuff's going on, yeah, it's not that big of a deal, or shouldn't be. So then, of course, after we do a claim, we can come up here and we can probably see that we've got, let's do a refresh of this. And we have our, we should have, takes a moment to show up on the blockchain, of course. We'll take a look in a minute. All right. So we got 6,000 to put into something. I haven't fully decided what I want to put that into. Here we've got Fortitude Crystal. I like those generally. I use them a little bit. Got 2 Fortitude Crystals there. We'll go ahead and put another 200 into that one. And we'll see what happens. So now we've got 16 minutes to go on this particular raffle right here. Let's go ahead and check out who won some of the last ones. So there was 7F, it's not me. D4, not me. E2, not me. And I didn't even win this one, which I had 50% of the value in at that point. So yeah, I don't seem to win very often myself for that. So one of the other things that if you're trying to consider how much the value is for this, you do have to consider that you can lose those raffle tickets as well. So it's not quite like you're spending, it's not like you're spending those raffle tickets or that value, that financial value to get something. If you have a situation where you're losing 50% of the time. So if you're losing 50% of your duels and you're losing 50% of the raffles or more or less, then that's really bad. You'd have to put in a quarter of the amount of raffle tickets that it would cost to buy them outright. And so I think in general, it's probably not a great idea to do a lot of this unless you have unless you put more time into a better strategy. Let's see. Anthony says, it fails for me often as well. Indeed, it does. All right. Crystal value of lesser crystals matters. Yes. Yes, it does. So when you start looking at the bank value, right? How much you can just go and buy those for. You could just go to the marketplace and buy some of those things too, right? So if we take a look at that finesse crystal that I won a little while ago, DFK lesser finesse crystal, I could have just come over here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. DFK lesser finesse crystal. I could have just come over here and spent some crystal on it, right? I won one of them, and it should have only cost me what, a crystal, 1.2, I'd say 1.5 crystal is going to be my guess. 1.1 crystal. So how much did I end up spending in raffle tickets to get a chance at winning that? Or like the 2 mite crystals that were there, I think I put in like 300, or maybe 400. I forget how much I put into those two. Maybe I put in quite a bit. And if we search for the DFK lesser mite crystals, I could have just bought those for a total of 3.3 crystal. Probably would have been better just to do that. Let's see here. Djokovic says, yeah, duels are not necessarily profitable. It's more the fun unless you spend time on the strategy. That is right. I feel that that is kind of an important thing. Vigor, fortitude, and might get you the most value, I think, at the moment. They do, but look at this. You can get 2 mite crystals for 3 crystal. I think that that's probably a lot more worth it than trying to spend a bunch of value on duels. So the only reason that I'm continuing to do some duels is not necessarily for the items that are in there. It's a little bit of a bonus. But really what I'm trying to do at the moment is I'm doing raffles. I'm doing duels and raffles, mostly because the DFK dev team is gamifying the winning of the Gen Zeros based on participation for the game, right? So we know that some Gen Zeros are going to be given away for however much we can put into the Jeweler 2.0 and Sea Jewel holdings, right? So that's why we need to have some funds set aside to go into Sea Jewel. So I've got 9,000 Jewel waiting for that kind of thing. But then also summoning and dark summoning are going to provide us possibilities for Gen 0 raffles as well. And duels and raffles are also another way to get involved in the Gen 0 giveaways. And so for me, it's not so much about what I win in the duel, it's a little bit more about just doing a little bit of participation in there, just to have a chance at all those different things. And if they do what they did last time, which was they would have different Gen0 raffles for the different types of things. Like there would be I can imagine there's going to be a Gen0 raffle specifically for Sigil. I can imagine a different Gen0 raffle specifically for duels and maybe raffles included with that. And I can imagine a different Gen0 raffle for summoning, whether it's normal summoning or dark summoning, right? And so there could be 3 different raffles that take place for those 3 different things. So if you're a player who is only doing summoning and you're not doing the raffles or the duels or Sigil and stuff, or maybe you're a player that is only going to be putting money into Sigil and you're not doing the duels or the summons or any of that kind of stuff, then I think that it's possible that you might be missing out on some of those raffles to even have an entry chance to win, right? So for me, I want to give myself at least a little bit of a chance in all 3 of those different types: summons, Sigil, and duels raffles type stuff. Let's see. Anthony says, we already got that. Sabu says, you rockin' someone else if DFK General inspired me to build a new low-level duels team with optimization. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it, Zabu. I'm still not sure that it's worth it in general. So I ended up going out and spending, I think, about 500 crystal the other day on a new DFK duels team. Optimized a little bit more. The problem comes in the fact that I don't necessarily think that the rewards for duels are worth what I'm paying out, right? Because even if you win a larger number of duels, so even if your optimized team wins you more often, then, and you're getting these raffle tickets from the wins, you still have to battle the odds of what people are putting into those other raffles. And as you can see, I've been plugging in a lot of stuff into the raffles and still not winning time after time, right? Let's see. Let's come back into here and check out what we've got. We've got 7 more minutes on this one, and then maybe we'll stick some more in somewhere. As I am looking at this right here quite a bit. The stamina potions would be interesting. Something else that I want to point out with some of the winners is take a look at some of these things down here. Let's see if we can find any. Here's one. This account right here, BA048, won twice. They had enough raffle tickets in there to actually have their wallet just pulled out twice. All right? So when you have multiple winners, it's possible that a wallet could win more than once. And that's another reason why it might be a good idea to at least think about raffle tickets or raffles for something like this, where this is a pretty good prize, but there's 4 winners, and it's possible that if you put enough raffle tickets in there, you could win twice. Right? Highly unlikely. I've got 2,800 raffle tickets in there, and I've got less than about less than half a percent chance to win. 5 each of the different colored eggs. 173,000 into there. We'll have to see how it goes, though. Yeah, the fun, absolutely. So the fun of doing the duels, even if you're winning and you're not necessarily getting such great prizes, I think that's fine. It's fun to win. And like I've been saying here, I think it's more of an entry ticket into the Gen0 raffle stuff. And I think that has more value to most of us than anything else. And Anthony reminds us, it is possible to win 2 times with only 2 tickets. That is absolutely true. It is. So that might be a reason to put in at least 2 tickets or 4 tickets into something like this, it's highly, highly unlikely that you would win with all 4 of your tickets, but it is possible. All right. So I'm curious, what do y'all feel are some of the best rewards in the raffles? I'm really excited about these things down here, these large ones. Of course, I guess everybody is. That's why they have so much stuff in there. Not only for the fact that they're pretty good prizes, but you also have multiple winners in there. And so I feel like there's a compounding amount that you can win that maybe not a lot of people have put a lot of thought into, right? Maybe some people have put thought into it. But even like this here, for the Shavas runes, 4 winners, your name could get pulled 4 times. Oh, something else that I wanted to point out here, if we were kind of curious about some stuff, notice that this person right here won twice in the same raffle, having their name pulled twice for these eggs right here. So I guess y'all know that we can highlight those names like that, and we can come over here to inventory, click to send an item. It seems to be the easiest way, and paste that wallet address in there, and you kind of get an idea of the account name that owns that. I'm not sure who Binyo3 is. Every time I look at these wallet names, it's always names that I do not recognize. I never see Crypto Grady, I never see Starbuck, I never see Sergeant Filthy McNasty, I never see any of these people doing this. So I've got to think that, of course, there are people that aren't in the, that still play the game, that aren't in the social part of the community. They're not going to watch the live streams. They're not going to interact with any of this stuff. They might not even be participating in Discord very much. But I also feel that there's probably people that we do know that have these other accounts. I remember one time there was a YouTube streamer, I guess I won't give their name just for respect in case they didn't want this publicly known, although they said it publicly on one of their videos on YouTube. But they were saying that they had a couple of different accounts, because one of the things that he had been doing apparently is selling, like breeding heroes, doing summons and selling out some heroes. And I'm not sure what exactly he was selling. Like, was he flipping? Maybe there's something against flipping, buying floor heroes and just immediately putting them on the market for higher prices. I could see how some people might not feel good about that type of thing. And I'm not sure that that's what he was doing anymore, or if he was even doing that, or if it was something with summons or flipping or whatever it was. But what he said on his YouTube video was that people weren't buying his heroes anymore once they saw it was his account specifically. And so apparently he had at least 2 other accounts where the names were, of course, other people that would then get some people to buy heroes from him through those other accounts. I thought that was really interesting. This is very early on in my days of DeFi Kingdoms, and even to this day, I'm not sure I fully understand why people would care about who owns a hero or not, right? So if you're going to buy heroes, do you really care who owns those heroes? Oracle, Dagon, Ben, Breon the Lion. Does anybody actually look at that and say, oh, how dare you? I'm not buying a hero from that person. And if y'all do, if anyone does, I'm curious as to maybe a reason, or maybe even just speculate in chat. Let's get some speculation. Why do you think that some people might not buy a hero from somebody? Like a particular person. You look in here and you're saying, oh, wow, SM Partel. Oh, I don't like them. I'm not buying their hero from them. It seems a little strange. If it's a good hero, you should want it, because then you own it. And if it's a poorly priced hero, then of course you're not going to get it, no matter who owns it, right? I'm just looking around at owners of these heroes here. Let's Make Babies is the owner of this hero here. Pokimane? Do you think really that the Twitch streamer Pokimane really owns a hero in here? I would be surprised. Spammers in chat. Let's see if I can get it before everybody else does. Let's see. Message deleted. Looks like we got it. All right. Let's see. Reported, Self says. Very good. I guess as we start getting more and more popular, we'll have more of that kind of stuff. I could ban certain keywords. I guess if they keep coming in with certain keywords, we could just like ban that keyword. Something that they use all the time. Let's see. Umar says, in another look, I kind of know how some people choose the stats. Jokermuch suggests because they are making some profit on you. But yeah, but everybody is, right? I mean, Crypto Grady is going out and selling heroes at a higher price to purposely make profit. I don't mind buying heroes from him. Starbuck and Mosh and all these people. Unless what you're suggesting there is all of those other players don't want their specific names. Because, you know, when we look at this, I don't see any heroes owned by people that I know in the community, right? None of these heroes that we've scrolled through for all these pages are heroes that are owned by anybody I know. I don't know any of these names, right? As we continue to scroll through here. Why is it so slow? There we go. And so maybe what you're suggesting is Bubbles. I think I've heard of Bubbles before. But maybe what you're suggesting is that even people like Starbuck and Grady and Mosh and all those people, maybe they never sell heroes under their own names. Is that what you're kind of suggesting? Just so nobody in the community feels bad about buying a hero? Like, oh, Grady's buying this. And then they try to either talk to him about buying it for less. Haven't given that a lot of thought. I mean, we're all in here to make money. If someone was selling something and it was for a decent price, now if they were trying to do scammy type of stuff, then I would be. But that kind of shows me if these people are, if our community members are creating another account just to sell their heroes under another account, that seems even more shady to me. That seems even more scammy. It's like, no, I know that I'm raising the price on this so much that I don't want my name attached to this sale. I'd feel a lot worse if I found out that one of these people was people that I respected and now they're selling under a different name just because they don't want their name attached to higher priced heroes than what they should be priced at. All right? It's my own personal opinion. If you're going to sell a hero, you sell it for a respectable price. I mean, you could sell it for whatever you want. I just had an idea flash through my head, and that is, I wonder if people would be selling. So let's say that there is someone in our community that's very well known, and they sell heroes at a higher, like 20% higher price than they should. If you want to say that, they try to get away with pricing heroes higher than they're really worth, which I think is an okay thing to do. You should be able to price your heroes to make a profit. But let's say that they do that, and then somebody gets that well-known person gets known for selling heroes at a higher price. Maybe that's what this other YouTuber was saying. And so they knew, well, I'm never buying heroes from person ABC because they always have 20% higher prices than they should, maybe. But whether or not it's from someone that we know in the community, or they make a secondary account with a second name, you know, one of the things that we can't do is we cannot change our name in the game. So what this leads me to believe right here is that if M-Maker and Skydevil and Zell right here, if all of these people are actually people's alt accounts that we know, and these are just accounts that they've made to sell their heroes under this stuff, then for one thing, it would be easy to find out who did it, right? You can just go to this wallet address. You can look at where this wallet address got this hero from, right? Where did they get hero 36737 from? And trace that back a ways in case they're filtering it through multiple accounts, right? But you could find out where this hero got summoned from. And then ultimately, you could, or if the other person who was selling this stuff under a different name, once Skydevil got to be known as someone who was selling heroes at 20% higher, and no one was buying from Skydevil anymore, then that person that is well known would just make a different account, and then a different account, and then a different account. So now I'm starting to wonder how many of these accounts here would be just the same person that's had to move between multiple accounts. And again, with everything on the blockchain visible, anyone could easily just go and take that wallet address and see where those heroes came from, and where they came from before that, and where they came from before that, right? Umar says, I noticed you can't see the sales history of heroes anymore. You can on the blockchain, right? You can come to the blockchain and look at the history, and you can see where those heroes went across the blockchain. And if it's not in a specific tool anymore, you easily could create a tool to see that. And I know that some people are working on tools to check that out also. Yeah. Yep. Everything, all the NFTs, all the value stuff that's on the blockchain is publicly accessible by anyone. So there wouldn't be any getting around that. I feel like if somebody had been doing something scammy like that, it would even be worse if it was found out. I mean, imagine finding out that somebody that's well known in the community summons heroes and then sends them through 3 different accounts before they finally put them for sale for 30% more than floor value or what they should be worth. That would not look very good. Not only are they doing that, but they're obviously trying to hide that through multiple maneuvers through the blockchain, through different accounts. That would not be good, guys. That wouldn't be good. I think I'd respect someone more for just selling, hey, if you got a hero and you want to sell it for 30% more, just do it. Do it under your main account. I personally would respect that a lot more. You're trying to make money. We're all trying to make money. Not a big deal. Let's see. Hacked account heroes are sold by hackers for pretty low price. That is true too. So it's also possible that some of these heroes have been collected by hackers, people that have gotten into other people's accounts. So we just can't assume that if a hero leaves a wallet into some other wallet, that it's one of our well-known people trying to do something scammy. I know that I've lent out a couple of heroes to some friends before as well, and I'm hoping to get those back a little bit later. But in the meantime, I've got some friends holding a couple of little heroes that I've had, just to give them a little taste of heroes before they dive in and, you know, buy their own, right? So not every hero that's moving across the blockchain is bad or should be looked on poorly. I know that when you have guilds and people piling up a bunch of heroes into guilds, then the guild might have a different wallet address where they sell from and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, not everything like that is a bad thing. Zelf says, by the way, who here hasn't hit the like button? Thanks, Zelf, for pointing that out again. Speaking of which, hitting like buttons and doing other things, we got 15 more minutes before our final spin for the week, guys. Our final spin for the week. And then we're going to get ready for summoning or hatching the pet. Not long to go at this point. They used to have on the back of the cards. Well, the names still are on the back of the cards here and the wallet addresses. Unless you're talking about like the history, the sales history could have been here. So I think there are some places that you can still go. Like I can go to DFK Analytics, for example, and I'm sure I can come over here into columns and I can look at previous owner, previous owner's wallet address, and then come over here and see these owners right here. Looks like a lot of these don't have previous owner names, but we can see previous owners for some of this stuff. I'm not sure why we can't see all of them. That is interesting. I wonder if that's something that's just not kept in the hero anymore, and only some heroes have those. And noticing that these are old, or these are older Serendale heroes as an example that have these things. And then here for all the Crystal Veil heroes, we don't seem to have any of the same stuff. Now I'm kind of curious as to if we look at heroes just in the market in general. So we do have current owners, but we don't have previous owners in there. Interesting. Interesting. Of course, you could always look at the blockchain, like I said. So even though these tools might not have it, you could definitely look at the blockchain and you can see who those wallets were. And we could even go ahead and do something like I had shown you a minute ago. It's not that. Where is it? Over here on DFK Analytics. We could take that wallet address, or even, I don't even need to necessarily get into there, but even just going into your inventory and sending it off to whatever wallet address, and see who that name is, right? All right, let's see here. We got about 15 more minutes before our last giveaway. Let's see, Romario says, but one of your streamer colleague that had been on your stream a couple of times says he's doing that, make a secondary account to sell the heroes. So again, I think it depends on the reason why you would be doing that, right? So is the reason why you're doing that to pull something over on somebody? Or is there a different reason that you do that? So I could see another possibility of someone legitimately wanting to put things on a different wallet, maybe for some kind of accounting purposes, right? There could be any number of valid reasons to sell under a different account. I think what I'm really getting at there is the purpose of doing that. Are you trying to get away by seeming like you're a good guy when really you're doing something that you don't feel good about, and so you feel you have to do it under a different name. And that's really what it comes down to. Are you avoiding that because of how others will see you, or are you doing it for some other reason that has some other benefits, right? Zabu says, no shame here. I'll do a 69 crystal premium on all my potatoes. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any problem with that. Sir Mir says, I'm so excited to see Dark Summoning and its effects on the game. Absolutely. I am too. I think we're going to see a lot of heroes getting burned. In fact, what's the speculation on how many heroes we could burn in the first couple of weeks? I'm sure that someone is going to have a running tally on Halloween if we end up getting Dark Summoning on Halloween, which it seems like we are. But I'm sure someone's going to be running a tally of how many heroes are burned. Daryl Evil also says here, people who have high number of heroes would use multiple accounts so they can optimize or use bots. Yeah, and that's something else too. Absolutely, you might have multiple accounts where you do things, but like for me, and I'm not saying everyone has to do it the way I'm doing it, so don't get me wrong here. But like for my accounts right here, I've got Rock 808. My next account is, Rock 808 Test. And my next account is Rock 808B, right? So obviously, if you were looking at my wallet addresses, you're going to see Rock 808 something in there. You'll know it's me, right? I guess there could possibly be other Rock 808s that are not me. So be very careful. There could absolutely be people that would create other accounts with Rock 808 in there and maybe trying to scam somebody. So make sure that you are dealing with me directly if it has something to do. And keep in mind, I would never ever ask you for private keys or passphrases or, your 12 words or anything like that. So if somebody's asking you to do that and they're saying that they're my name or they've got Rock 808 somewhere, then again, don't do it for one, and then report them and probably inform me about it so I can do whatever I can do to see if we can have any community involvement or leadership involvement to get those people out of here. Let's see. Summoned hero won't have, or transferred heroes won't have. Only bought and kept in the same account will have. Well, that is true. Well, hold on a second. How do we get previous owners? Or better yet, here's the real question. And that is, when this tool is looking at, let's come back over here. When this tool is looking at previous owners, it's accessing a database somewhere that has wallet addresses, and like this wallet address right here. Can I click on that somehow? Tell you what, let's see if we can knock out some of these columns. Let's take off class and background and levels and a bunch of other stuff. In fact, let's just say hide all, and then we can show previous owner's wallet address, the ID, and then we can maybe slide something over. There we go. So here we see Lover, it looks like, and I probably can highlight this wallet address, Control C, and come over here, inventory, select an item, send, drop in that wallet address. Owned by Lover, right? And so there's some database somewhere that says that this wallet address is tied to this account name. And I'm going to guess that DFK Analytics is accessing that information somewhere. And maybe some of these wallet addresses just don't have account names tied to them. Possibly, right? Here we found no profile for this address, which is, I find, a little interesting, in that the account that owned this before was an account that doesn't even have a profile name. Probably it's going to be the same for all of these. Right? Very interesting. Let's see here. Sabu says, excuse me for not catching up on what topic meant. I don't mean any gaming wallets or shady stuff. Oh yeah, I didn't think you did, Sabu. So one of the things, who is it? Darrow Evil? One of the things about what we're looking at right here is these are all heroes in my wallet. And so most of these heroes I've purchased on the market. So to have most of these heroes not showing up here as with previous owners is a little interesting. It makes me feel that the tool itself isn't looking at that for everything, or possibly the fact that maybe on some of the later heroes, like maybe all the Crystal Veil heroes or whatever, maybe they're just not saving or storing that information in the same places anymore. I don't really know. Profile could be deleted after making a sale. How could you delete a profile? I haven't really looked into that. I'm supposing maybe a profile could be deleted. Even still, even if you could delete a profile and you were not seeing those profile names, you're still going to see that on the blockchain, right? So as an example, we can come over to DeBank and we can put in that wallet address. Let's just come over here and plug in that wallet address. And we can see here that wallet address has no value in it. So that's like super interesting. Somebody created a wallet that they moved around. Let's look at history here. So here we can see that this wallet address has done a lot with heroes. All right, contract interactions and so on. I bet if we continue to scroll down here, load more, load more, load more. I mean, this is becoming very interesting to me all of a sudden, right? And that here is a wallet address that does not have an account that seems to be selling a ton of heroes. Where are all these heroes coming from? It could be, possibly, that this might be a wallet address that holds newly summoned heroes, possibly, right? So when you summon new heroes, maybe they just all get put in here. I can't imagine that there is a player out there that just keeps selling heroes. Right? So maybe that specific wallet address, again, is not owned by any particular person. I mean, look at all these heroes that are going out. And when you have contracts like this, where you have so many going out at a time, I'm going to suggest that maybe something else is going on here. Although I can't imagine summoned heroes being in batches like this. The hole gets deeper, Umar says. Yeah, the hole gets deeper indeed. Because look at what's going on here. This is March the 18th at 319, at 249, at 242. And in one batch, we're getting rid of 6 heroes. And in another batch, 30 minutes later, we're getting rid of another 6. It's really interesting here. And I don't see this account gaining any. And even more recently, right up here, although not too recently, it stops, or this wallet stops in what, May the 4th? And then we haven't seen this wallet history since then. So what happened there? Interesting. I am a little bit more curious now to dig down in deeper into this. Or maybe it would be more interesting to leave that on the table for a minute and then talk about, oh, look at this. I'm noticing here too now, we've got E92, E92, E92. So maybe this is a wallet where things have been summoned. I don't think it can be though, because I was not summoning these heroes. I mean, this is hero 1354. That's a Gen 0. 1354 is a Gen 0 hero. Gurnan. And I bought this one not too long ago. But I bought this out of the tavern from an owner. Oh, this is probably the tavern address. That's going to be my guess. That is the tavern address. And if you're buying from the tavern, there. So, however, and all the others are different. Everything that doesn't have a name, and then the other things don't have any addresses on there at all, right? It says, could be Raffle Wallet or Guild. Yeah, although I think you're a little bit behind from the stream. And I think once you hear me say that it's the tavern address, then the light bulb will come on for everybody, and that's the thing there. So obviously the tavern address is going to keep on giving out those. Interesting. All right, guys, guess what time it is? It is 5:30, or just about. Let me catch up in chat, and then we are going to do our last spin of the wheel here. So in fact, let me open this up, make sure that y'all are here and get your names on this list. This will be the last spin of the day, and it's the last spin before we do the pet giveaway. Let's see. I'm saying if they scalp the floor, then flip. See, I don't have a problem with people scalping the floor and flip. If other people are putting heroes out there at a lower price than what the floor is for those certain types of heroes, I think that's fine. I mean, that's part of playing the game, right? Although I can see that some people might look poorly on that. It's like, hey, all you're doing is you're flipping heroes all day, raising the floor price for no reason. We don't necessarily want that, and that might be looked poorly on by the community. You can still check sales history on DFK Quester. Yep, there could be sales history. Digital Spill comes in with that kind of stuff. All right, let's see here. Where else have we got? All right, I'm reading quickly. I think we've covered a lot of this stuff already, but get your names on this list. If you haven't said hi recently, we're about to do our last giveaway. Now is your chance to get in here. This previous owner column doesn't work properly, Romario says. They don't have any info on the heroes that you bought. Yeah, I think there are other tools that have more information on the previous owners as well. Absolutely. You could also try to go back through the DFK, on the DFK Discord in there as well, right? GraphQL API version changes from time to time. Oh, yeah, that is true, Darrow Evil. So I guess the API could change, different bits of information could used to work and now is not. Maybe they need to update their software. DFK Analytics, if you're out there listening, do you need to update your software so we can see previous owners? I'd really be curious about what some of my previous owners are, or even a sales history tree. What I'd really love to see is a tree history of your family tree. What heroes summoned what other heroes to get the heroes that you have, and then maybe even the previous owners for that kind of stuff would be kind of cool as well. Let's see here. Mystical Meows is still here. Lucas is still here. Mookie is still here. Awesome. Everybody's here. Nice. Full attention. Knock, knock, knock. Here we are. All right, guys. 5:30. I think we've got everybody in here. Let's go ahead and collect these names. Oops, let's collect these names. Copy. If you were not on my list, you've got probably about 10 seconds to say something in chat. I've got 7T1 Mookie. I've got Crypto Monete, Darrow Evil, Digital Spill. I always have problems with your name. Jokamach, Nobel, Lucas, Mystical Meows, Romario, Sir Mir, Umar, Zabu, and Zelf. Giovanni. We'll get you in there as well, squeaking in. All right, that's it. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. These are the names that we've got on this list right here. Control C. And we're going to take those names and paste one more time. No rollovers this time. This is going to be it. Let's go ahead and spin this wheel. Rollover plus 12 isn't on the list. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to add a rollover plus 12. And if we hit that, that'll be crazy. We're just going to add one in there. And let's go ahead and spin this. Good luck, fam. After this, we are going to be finding out who wants to participate in the pet giveaway. And we are going to give away a pet right after this. So stay tuned. This is just to see who gets the last ticket for this week. Oops. Cross your fingers. Drum roll. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. The winner is, of the last ticket, Sir Mir. Congratulations, Sir Mir. Sir Mir, I think you might have won a couple of tickets in the past. You probably have them in your wallet. I don't see that you've won any tickets in the last 2 days, so I'm going to add you to my list right here. Sir Mir, 1 ticket, right? Congratulations. So now I have a list of winners and names and people and so on, right? Here's my list up here. This list is who I still owe tickets to. I still owe Romario Raven 3, Mystical Meows 4, Rebel Scum, Jokamach 1. And Jokamach, the reason that I still owe you 1 is because I think I do not have your wallet address yet. You haven't been around the last couple of days. Go ahead and send me a message in Discord, and then send me your wallet address so I can get you these tickets. I haven't seen Big Baba J or Sir Jewel Staker in a couple of days. Umar, you're someone else that I don't know if I've got your wallet address or not. I see you here today. So go ahead and make sure that you get me your wallet address also, so I can send you your tickets. I haven't been able to send it because I don't think I had your wallet address. For everybody else, I probably do have your wallet address, but you've won tickets in the last couple of days, like in the last 1 or 2 days. And we've probably been holding your tickets just so I don't need to send it to you and then you send it back to me right away. And so we've just been holding on to that. right? Send it to me on Discord. Awesome. And Umar, did you send it just now or did you send it several days ago? Because if you sent it several days ago, I'm going to need to double check and see if I can actually see it or not. Or maybe it's possible that Broken Sea was having a bit of an issue when I was trying to send yours possibly a few days ago. Okay. Let me tell you what, let me just check right at this very moment. We're going to pull this off to the other screen because I don't like to leak people's wallet addresses just in case. Let me see. Umar, what? Say hello to me in Discord one more time, please. Some of y'all have different names on YouTube and Twitch and Discord, and that could be part of an issue also. I'm not seeing your name right off the bat. You're either going by a different name or it's back in my history so far. All right. Ah. It's a different name. If that's you who just sent me a message, please put your name in the Discord message, because if you've got a different name on one place than the other, you're saying I see you, but I don't know who that is. I need a name typed into Discord. Oh my goodness. Just type in your name into Discord. Okay. So Umar on YouTube. Umar on YouTube. Can you confirm to me that you've typed me your name in Discord? Because again, it's a different name and I have no idea if someone's trying to scam both of us right now and just some random person is coming in and saying, I'm Umar in my Discord. How do I know that? So please confirm in YouTube, Umar, that you just told me your name in Discord. Confirm that on YouTube chat. All right. While we're waiting on that confirmation, I typed it in Discord. Okay, thanks. The stuff that we have to go through to make sure that we're not getting scammed, that's not particularly fun, is it? Okay. So let's get out of there and not look at that. So we've got that. Yeah, and so as you can see in Discord, I asked you several days ago, hey, what's your handle on Twitch and YouTube? Because if I don't know that, then again, I have many people. I have a lot of people trying to scam me as well. And they're coming in and saying, hey, I won this thing. Here's my wallet address. Give me something. And I have no idea who that is, right? So I have no idea who that name is that you sent originally in Discord. So we have to tie that in together, guys. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this now. We're back over here. We can minimize this. So those are some winners here. And I think somebody else had something new to do. Let's spin with a wheel one more time, guys, for a little something here. Let's pull this over here, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, not that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've been telling y'all the last couple of days for a little something. 4 is what we get from this. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. This video right here. The names on this list are the names that are going to get 2 additional tickets. So Freak, Crypto Grady, Christian, All Things DFK, Big Meta Joe, Worm. Crypto Grady only gets 2, so just because he sends 3 messages. And Nobel. So those names right there, let's highlight this here. y'all are going to get 2 additional tickets for today. I've been telling y'all for the last couple of days, make comments on these videos, guys. For the last couple of days, get your comments in. Don't worry, Zelf, if you're saying, oh, wait, what? I didn't do that video. Don't worry, Zelf. We are going to be continuing to do the same type of thing. So you'll get more chances to go and do all that kind of stuff. Let's pull up a text file right here of things. And let's just paste all this in. Paste. Oops, that's not what we wanted. Control V. Oh, that's still not it either. Interesting. I'm highlighting these. I'm trying to anyway. Control C to copy. Control V to paste. There we go. Okay. So we've got new names in here. Nobel. Crypto Grady. Worm 369. Big Made of Joe, which I don't see in chat much, but I do know who that is. Christian Peter, who I've seen in chat a couple of times. Crypto Grady, he's already on our list, and Freak there as well. All right, so these people are each going to get also 2 additional tickets. And 2 tickets for these people. All right. So let me minimize that. Put this. So Freak. I don't even know if they're here. And you've got to be present to win. Oops. 2 and 2. Big Made of Joe's going to get 2. Worm. Worm, you already have 2. I don't think Worm is here with us right now, so I'm just going to add the 2 that Worm already has with the 2 new ones, so that'll be 4 for Worm. Crypto Grady probably doesn't care, but we're going to give him 2 anyway. And Nobel, you have 3 previously, plus 2 more is 5 total. Wow. All right. Okay, folks. So now the next big question is, if you want to be in on the pet giveaway, put your name in chat and say something like, give me a pet, something like that. Give me a pet. In fact, let me do something here. Hang on, before y'all do that, let's do one more thing real quick. Pet giveaway, yep. Let's do this. If you want, only if you want to get in on the pets and you have tickets to do it. If you do not have any of my rewards tickets, whether they're in your wallet or whether you're on the list that I just showed, then no sense in getting in. But if you do have tickets and you want to be in here, then go ahead and give the keyword of pet giveaway. You've got to type it in. Uppercase, lowercase does not matter. But let's do PETGIVEAWAY. All one word, run together, pet giveaway. And if you have tickets and you want to be in on the giveaway that we're doing right now, go ahead and say pet giveaway. Has to be one word, like Nobel is doing right there. Mookie. Pet giveaway, Zelf has it all there. Uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter, but uppercase is fine either way. Umar is doing pet giveaway and so on. Tell you what, oops, yeah, there we go. So we've got a few people here that are coming in with the pet giveaways. All right. I'll let y'all get in there if you want to for a little bit. Just do pet giveaway for now. We'll see who wants to get in, who has tickets, and we'll check in with that in just a minute. Zabu says, oh, I commented only on the ones after. Oh, man. Sorry about that. We're going to be doing it again, so don't worry. Tempeh is good, too, for something. Oh, for veggie broth and stuff. You can there's cooking stuff going on now. Awesome. Nice. I'm glad y'all are talking cooking stuff. Gonna make me hungry pretty soon. Since Grady isn't here, I'll be happy to accept his tickets for him, Zelf says. Nice. Very good. Mystical Meow. Zelf look like they're gonna want some pet giveaways. Very good. Zabu says, awesome ideas. Thanks, man. Learning about how to add natural... oh, yeah, the unami flavors. I really do like the unami flavors also. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, maybe we ought to have a cooking, 30 minutes of a cooking stream sometime to do something. That'd be pretty cool. Lucas says, I don't have tickets. That's okay, Lucas. The way to get tickets is just to hang out with us here in chat. We do give out tickets all during the week. So I know you're new, and that's probably one reason you might not have a lot of tickets. But go ahead and hang out with us all this next week. And we give away tickets every 30 minutes. Past the hours that we're streaming, and that's the way to do it. So let's get these names onto a wheel. I have got these names here. 71 Mookie, you're on my list. I'm gonna just pull this over here for a second. And 71 Mookie, it looks like you only got one ticket though. So 71 Mookie, do you have another ticket that's actually in your Polygon wallet? If you do, that's good. Otherwise, you're going to need a minimum of 2 tickets to enter. Nobel, you are on the list. I know you've got plenty of tickets. So we're going to get you in there. Lucas, I think you've got either 0 or 1 ticket probably. So I don't think we can add you to the list this time. But like I said, stick around for next time. Mystical Meows, I know you've got tickets. Romario Raven, I know you've got tickets. Y'all have been here hanging out with us all week long. Umar, you do have some tickets. You've got at least 1 ticket with me that I haven't given you yet. And I think you've got at least 1 other ticket, right? Umar, if you don't have another ticket in your wallet, that will restrict you from this time here. But I'm going to put you on my list right now until we can verify what you've actually got in your wallet. Zabu, you definitely have some tickets somewhere, whether it's, I think, 1 with me and maybe, or probably some in your wallet. And Zelf, pretty sure you've got plenty of tickets as well. And in fact, I think I gave you all of your tickets, right? Okay, so it looks like the only people here live in chat right now that are even going to be trying for the pet giveaway is these list of names. Let's go ahead and do a Control-C and a Control-V, and then a Control-C and a Control-V. Oops, undo that. And then another Control-C and a Control-V. All right, so we've got 71 Mookie, Nobel, and Mookie, do you have one? No, okay, we'll have to take you off this time. You've got 1 ticket from me already. I will be handing that out to your wallet. If you send me a Discord message, I can give it to you into your wallet after the stream today. And then, of course, as you watch the streams throughout the next week, you'll be winning more tickets. Nobel, you definitely have tickets. It is going to cost y'all 2 of these tickets per entry, but you are welcome to enter more than 1 time. So Nobel, you've got 5 tickets with me as an example, and I know that you've got at least a couple more tickets because you are always here in chat with us, right? You don't have to put all of your tickets to this pet right now, but I will ask you 2 tickets per entry. How many tickets do you want to put towards your thing here? The next thing I will see is Mystical Meows. Mystical Meows, you've got 4 tickets. And how many tickets do you want to put this time as well? So Nobel says 2. So we're going to add Nobel in there twice. Mystical Meows, how many tickets do you want to put in? 0, 2, or 4? And also, Mystical Meows, you've been here quite a bit. Also, you probably have some tickets in your wallet as well. In fact, let me check real quick. Tickets. I think I need more names on some of those to help out. I don't know everyone's wallet addresses right off the top of my head. Oh, let's see. Mystical Mouse. I know Mystical Mouse did one at Pet, so we're going to keep her in. I don't know what she's doing right now, but we'll keep at least one in there. Romario Raven. I've got 3 tickets in my stash for you. I'm pretty sure you've got more. So how many tickets do you want to put towards that? Umar, can you verify with me? I can't because you only have 1. Okay, that's fine, Umar. You'll get some more this next week as well. Zabu, I would like to enter my 1. I told you to hold to avoid me clicking. Yes. So, right. So, Zabu, I think you've got 1 ticket, at least 1, probably more than 1 ticket in your wallet, right? Because I know that I've given you some tickets before. And you want all 4 tickets? It's 4 tickets, yes. All tickets. So Mystical Meows is going to go in twice. Let's see. You have 3 in your own wallet. Use 2, but only use 2. Okay. So, Romario, we're going to leave that. So just send me 1. I'm going to make a little note here, Romario, that you owe me 1. We'll deal with that in a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 1 that I have for you that I haven't sent to you yet, plus the 1 that you're going to owe me. And that'll be the 2 that'll get you in there once, right there. Sabu, what are you saying that you want to do with yours? You'd like to hold 1? Okay, so we've got that one right there. And also, same thing for Sabu. I will get the 1 from you a little bit later. We don't want to hold up the stream anymore. And hopefully I'll have a better way to do this soon, so it won't be quite so chaotic here right at the end. We'll do it a little bit better. And then Zelf, I am not holding any tickets from you. Oh no, I take that back. I'm holding 1 ticket for you. But I know, Zelf, that you have a couple of tickets from another time. How many entries would you like to go to your pet stuff here? And Romario says, yes, I have 3 on my list. You are correct. So if you're only going to use 1 of those, then you are correct. I need to send you 1. Let me make a note of that. Send to Romario. That's his right. All right. Zelf says 1 entry, so 2 tickets. Can't afford that. That's fine. So Zelf, I will need to get your other ticket later on, but for now, I'll take the 1 ticket that I have plus the 1 that you're going to give me a little bit later. We'll get that in there. So that'll be 2 tickets. All right, so here's our wheel. This is our list of names of who could win this pet today, it looks like. Does anyone see that something is wrong with this? Nobel's going to put in 4 tickets. Mystical Meow's putting in 4 tickets. Romario's putting in 2 tickets. Zabu's putting in 2 tickets. Zelf is putting in 2 tickets. So that's a pretty decent, not too bad, not too shabby drawing wheel right there. Where do I send it to? Zelf asks. You can always look at my exclamation mark wallet. I'll type that in for all of y'all right now, and it should pop up here in chat in just a moment. So that's the Polygon wallet address, OX42843, and that should be good. So Nobel says, I'm already in there. Yep, you're in there, Nobel. I got you in there for your 4 tickets right there. Mystical Meows is doing 4 tickets, Romario 2, Zabu 2, and Zelf 2 tickets. So that's what we've got. 2 tickets per entry. Anybody else see something wrong in here? Cryptomonete, you can't read me. Cryptomonete, are you saying hello? Oh, 4 tickets for you, Cryptomonete. Thanks, yes. I know Cryptomonete has tickets. So absolutely, Cryptomonete. Yeah, speak up, speak up. All right, Cryptomonete, we're getting you in as well. There you go. And thanks for being persistent. I do want to get everybody in here, so if I don't see your message right off the bat, do not hesitate to speak up again. Here's Cryptomonete saying, me. Yes, please. Yeah, I'm not on the list. Yeah, we got you, Cryptomonete. And you're doing 4 tickets, is that right? Let me just read. Cryptomonete says 4 tickets. So we're going to get you in twice, Cryptomonete. Woo, that's good. All right. So we'll get you in twice. Am I missing anybody else? Cryptomonete says add me. Who else am I missing? Who else am I missing? Well, look at all this. Cryptomonete. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Look at how often you're saying, add me, please. Add me tickets. Oh, I'm so sorry, Cryptomonete. I was just not reading. For some reason, I just wasn't reading those chat messages. I just totally skimming over them. I apologize so much. Wow. That is so bad of me. Okay, Mystical Meow's got tickets. Nobel, Cryptomonete. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Self, Sabu. Okay, let's just catch up here. Wow. Yeah, thanks. Woo! Okay, I think we're in. Space them out so it's not a big block. Well, that's what we're going to do, Zelf. All I'm doing here is getting this into a nice little order where y'all can all see it right here. And then we're going to do shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. We're going to shuffle up those names. And then we're going to do copy. We're going to do paste. Oops. Let's do undo that. Can I undo that? Okay. So we've shuffled it a couple of times, and now we're going to copy, and we're going to paste, paste, paste. Paste. All right. So all the names are in. We've shuffled them around a bit. Right? So everybody's shuffled around. Everybody's mixed in. I think we're all good. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. This is for the winner of the pet. This is the winner of the pet, guys. This is it. Good luck, fam. This is the winner of the pet right here. Dun 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 dun. Oh, no. I already said it was the winner of the pet, didn't I? Tell you what. Cryptomonete, you are the winner of the pet. It wasn't until after I spun that I realized I would rather do a go into the order of names being subtracted from the wheel like we did last weekend. I think that hyped it up a lot more, right? So, oh man. And I apologize for stumbling right there in the middle of it, because that takes away from the from the winnings a little bit. But yes, Cryptomonete, since I said that already and we already started the spin of the wheel, we will do it next time. But for this time, since we already said that this is for the winner, then Cryptomonete is the winner. But next time, guys, remind me to do a countdown instead of the first winner wins. So Cryptomonete, you have won the pet. Congratulations. Woohoo! Wheel of the Dead. That's right, Romario. Wheel of the Dead is what we're going to do there in the future there. So Cryptomonete, you have your choice. You have your choice of a blue egg or a gray egg. Which would you like to hatch right now? Let's go over to the hatchery, the marketplace, and the hatchery. Into the incubate. Oops, not this account. Let's go into the proper account. DFK 1. and into the hatchery, incubate eggs. So, Crypto Monete, blue egg or gray egg, that is your choice. What do you want? And I will give you a few seconds to catch up. I think we're about 30 seconds behind in the chat. So if there's any lessons to be learned from today and asking to get your name on the list, Crypto Monete had asked like 5 times in chat, hey, put me on, put me on. And I just was not seeing those messages. And then finally, with the persistence, Crypto Monete was persistent enough to get in there and actually won the pet. So Crypto Monete, thank you for being so persistent. I'm sure you're appreciating it now too. Zabu says, rigged, formally removed my ticket. Let's go. Triple mythic, baby. Absolutely right. So Crypto Monete's coming into chat and saying blue egg. All right, blue egg it is. Let's go ahead and hatch that baby. Confirm that on the blockchain. Need a little bit of a drum roll here. It was worth it, Crypto Monete says. It was worth it in the end. Absolutely. Again, I apologize. But that goes to show y'all how easy it could be to send out 4 messages in chat if a lot of stuff is going on. And also, it wasn't just that a lot was going on and y'all were saying a lot of things and as everything was scrolling, but also it was the fact that I was doing a lot of stuff and not looking at chat, right? I was looking at my spreadsheet, I was looking at the wheel, I was copying and pasting things. So guys, if I don't read your chat message, please, as you can see, take this as a lesson, say it again, you're not going to feel bad. Oh wow, look at this. We've got a blub. We've got a nice little blub here. It looks like it is a, is that a common, I think, blub, number 13380. It's got a fishing skill right here. And common fishing skill, ice. So very good. And is it, looks like a blue blub with some kind of little pasture trees or a pasture with some rocks. So the very next thing that we want to do is we want to come over here and check the odd pet variants and see, is that blub something here? Notice that there's a navy blub that is from a blue egg as an odd pet variant. There's another navy blub here with a little thing growing out of it. And other than that, I don't see that it's going to be a, I don't see that it's an odd pet necessarily, but very cool. A pet, none the least. Awesome, very good. So I will send this pet to you, Crypto Monete. Do you want me to do this live on stream with your wallet address there? Or would you rather me do it off stream? But congratulations, nice little blub. Stillwood Meadow. Oh yeah, that's also something. We need to look at the backgrounds there. Yeah, so it's not going to be one of the rare backgrounds, but that is something that I definitely need to look at too. Sure, wait. Okay, Crypto Monete. So I'm going to make a little note in my spreadsheet right here. Here we've got Crypto Monete winner. Crypto Monete. Something like that. And that will just be my reminder. So we'll get that pet off to you after the stream there. Oh, you wanted to do it now? Okay. I mean, if you're doing it right there in chat, either way is fine. But if you're fine giving your wallet address in public, which I think is fine, let's send that off right now to you. Let's see, come up into pets. I've got a slow computer here. My first pet is a blub. Nice. I'm glad that we were able to get you your very first pet. So let's see. Let's send this pet off to CryptoMonete's address there. CryptoMon, send the pet. Congratulations. Pet is on its way. For those of you that do not know, then one thing that we do want to recognize is, of course, you can attach those pets onto your heroes and they can help you out with things, right? So as we're looking at the pet catalog a little while back, if we have a pet here with a fishing bonus or a foraging bonus or something like that, yeah, it'll get you a little bit of a bonus. And the more, I guess, the better pets that are out there, mythics as an example, should get you higher bonuses. But even a common pet is going to get you better than y'all are doing right now. So I would encourage y'all to be looking at maybe adding more pets to more of your heroes. Right? We can't do that right at the moment, right? It's not a feature in the game quite yet. But very, very soon, we'll be able to attach pets onto our profession heroes and let that go. So, very cool. All right, guys. That is it for the stream today. I have some of these wallets. Some of y'all have spent a couple of your tickets. And so I'm going to reduce that here. So, Romario, I know that I owe you one from here. We took out 2 tickets for you for that. Mystical Meows, you've spent your 4 tickets. But some of you, like Umar, still have a ticket with me. Nobel, you still have a ticket with me. You spent 2. You still have 1. Mookie, you have tickets here and so on. I want to send these to y'all. I don't really want to be holding those in my spreadsheet. I'd rather give them to you, have them in your wallets and all that kind of stuff. So if you haven't sent me your wallet addresses yet, go ahead and do that. Most people I have wallet addresses for already. Some people I don't. And then for some of you that were in the wheel spin, I'll get with y'all about sending me back tickets from your wallets if you're not sure how to do that, or finding the tokens that you have on the Polygon. In fact, let me just send this. I think y'all should be able to see this. Oops. I think you should be able to get access to that link that I'm sending you there, OpenSea. And then you should be able to see here, and then you should be able to transfer those back to me. So if you're on OpenSea with your account, there should be a little transfer button. In fact, should I do that right now? Let's go ahead and do that, so y'all can see if you don't know how to do that. We're going to switch over to the Polygon network. I'm going to go over to my wallet address that holds this stuff here, the 428 wallet address. We're going to go onto the Polygon network here. And as soon as I'm on the Polygon network now, since this is the account that owns these tickets, then I have a transfer option. I'm just going to refresh this page. You're saying that there's one letter difference from the wallet address. Did I miss a... I shouldn't have one. Let's just check. D04. I think that's right. Here it looks like if you're looking at Nightbot and the Polygon address, it starts off to be OX428. And that's what I've got, OX428. The last few are FD04. And it looks like I've got FD04. At the end of OpenSea, it has a D instead of a... Oh, it doesn't really matter, the uppercase or lowercase. Yeah, some places you'll see a lowercase d, some places you'll see an uppercase d, and it doesn't really matter. I think if I was to take my wallet address and put it into like DeBank as an example, let's see, going into DeBank and dropping my wallet address in there. Let's, where am I? Here. Take that wallet address and paste it. Notice here it's giving a lowercase d, and actually all letters are lowercase. None of the letters in here are uppercase. it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Yeah. Some places it could matter. So I always just copy and paste, but like if they're asking for lowercase or uppercase, but apparently it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So anyway, guys, if you're here on OpenSea and you need to send me some tickets, just go ahead and click on the transfer and then send the quantity that you need to send. If it's 1 ticket or 2 tickets or 4 tickets or whatever it is, and then just drop my wallet address in there. Should be OX428 whatever, ending in FD04. It's okay if it's lowercase or uppercase. And then it should be good to go right there. I can't send it to myself, so I'm getting a little red box, but that's how to send it. And then for me, I should be able to see that people are sending me their tickets, right? So Crypto Monete sent in the tickets. Thank you very much, Crypto Monete. And the rest of you that will owe me tickets, I'll be able to check that on the blockchain as well, just to verify that everybody's sent their stuff in. And you can always check down here too with your wallet addresses to see and to verify when or if I was able to get around to sending you your tickets as well, right? So again, we can always check in here to make sure, hey, did Rock send me my tickets yet? You could find your wallet addresses in here and see how that went as well, right? If there's any ever question. Alrighty. Hopefully that is easy enough to do through OpenSea. Awesome. I think we're just about to end the stream here. Let's get back over to DFK1 account and the DFK blockchain, where I guess we're about to head on out. So we'll probably go to the docks and get kind of the dock music for getting ready to take sail. Let me catch up in chat and then we will wrap up the stream here. So congratulations again, Crypto Monete, everybody else who's playing. We're going to do another week of this where y'all can earn tickets throughout the week. I saw a few people buying at least a common pet for every hero. Yeah, that's something too. I've thought about getting a common pet for every single hero that I own. That would certainly raise the floor price of those. If we see another pumpkin egg prices, that's a steal. Yep. Saw a pet for 6 crystal yesterday. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Zelf says transfer done. Zabu says, I'm rugging you for 1 ticket. I think that's okay, Zabu. I know you're just joking, but I do have you with the other ticket over here, so I'll be looking at those two. Don't worry about it. Just send me the ticket that you need. And Zabu, I see I've got one of yours over here. Just collect the eggs, Romario says. Yeah, just collect those eggs. That's all you need to do. Collect those eggs, and then you can hatch all kinds of pets. And then hatch. However, it does cost money to hatch, right? It costs money to hatch, and it costs money to get the eggs. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, if you've got a ton of heroes, otherwise it's a very rare chance that you're going to find eggs. So sometimes it might be better to buy an egg. And if you're buying eggs, then that can get a little expensive too. But at least with buying eggs rather than pets, you know that the money you're spending on the egg could possibly get you a really high level pet, right? It could end up with a mythic, something like that. All right. Okay, guys, that is it for me. It is after 6:15 p.m. We've been keeping Nobel up past his bedtime unless he's already said goodnight, which probably has, because I know it's like 1 a.m. or past 1 a.m. That's it for me for today. Tomorrow we're going to start a brand new week. Y'all hanging out with me here in chat are going to get chances to win more tickets, and you can apply those tickets to next weekend's giveaway. It will do the same thing again. Guys, try to remind me to do a Wheel of Death next time rather than the first person to win. Although, Crypto Monete, I'm really happy that you did win. You've been a member of the community for a long time, And so if I like to give things to, if I like to give out anything, I like to give it to people that have been here for a long time. So thank you for being around. Thanks for hanging out, and really appreciate all of y'all being here. All right. I think we're ready to wrap it up. So until tomorrow, rock out.